Check 1 2 1 2, bitch. Yo, what's the fuck is up, people?
What up?
This is episode 265.
265
of the most consistent podcast in the AM. Yeah.
Give me a hell yeah!
Logical sense, this is your boy Busby.
And over here, it's your boy JC No
Coming fresh off Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
That was a nice weekend.
It was.
Yeah, that was a nice ass weekend, man.
It was.
I had days off. Went to, I had myself a nice few drinks. Met up with some pretty women. What did I do? I went and watched some wrestling with Edgar, which was not WWE, but AEW. Great wrestling show. And I just really enjoyed my time off. I deserve that.
Absolutely. I spent time with fam.
Nice.
Got a paid holiday off.
Nice.
Watched the fight.
Nice.
I tweeted out at 9:21. Anytime you see a grown-ass man show up to a fight with no shape-up or Air Force Ones, you in for a long night. Romero should have known. When Tank Davis got in that ring, he was going to get put through the gulag.
The gulag.
At 9:48 p.m.
He went through the gulag?
Was when he got put through the gulag.
I saw that knockout.
Yeah, he was talking big shit. He said he was going to knock Tank out in the first round. Dom and I just laughed.
This is exactly that.
Yeah. All right, bro. Whatever.
Yeah.
And he hit him with some good ones.
Uh-huh.
And he went through the first round. Got through the second. The problem was when it got towards the third round, he was still hitting Tank.
Mm-hmm.
But Tank was hitting him too, and Tank's punches were just more efficient.
Damn.
So they were hitting each other.
Oh, like Rocky status?
Yeah, but Tank's was just more efficient, and yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, but he went not just to the gulag, he went to another dimension. He went to the multiverse and then back. When what's her name? Oh, America Chavez, or no, what's her name? America Chavez from Multiverse of Madness, when she does the punch and goes into another multiverse.
Yeah,
that's what happened to him.
Yep.
Then he said he wanted to do a rematch and run it back because he felt he had him. No, I saw that.
If you had him, you would have been able to face the music and do that interview. Mm-hmm. He didn't do nothing.
Oh wow.
No, he walked back.
It's always the ones that talk the most shit. They always have nothing, and then when they lose, they have nothing to say.
Shout out to Big Business. He said Tank sent that man up to a Pop Smoke concert.
Oh, that's foul. Give me a haha. I mean, I was talking to M, haha.
Yeah, that's a Grim Reaper, haha.
And chopped and screwed. Yeah.
No, he didn't want to talk to nobody. He didn't want none of that. And the thing of it was, too, the whole card was actually a really good card. There was Melendez. The last 3 rounds with Melendez in the second fight, his hands was like cement hands. His hands was down because he was just exhausted.
Wow.
Melendez with his hands down didn't even look as bad as when Romero got his face batted in.
Sheesh.
That's how bad it was.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It was rough for him, man. But shout out to Tank. It took an ugly turn when Jim Gray made the comment that he made, and it was like, come on, man, we know what's going on in the world. And you know what Tank was saying. It had nothing to do with what was going on in the world. You took it there. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Move this man!
Yeah.
And then somebody said, Jim Gray always got a problem when it's black guys that win. He got money riding on the white guys.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
Well, just talk about this just for a little second.
So with that being said, I brought that up because there's going to be some things brought up over the course of the show. And I want to make a perfect disclaimer on what is going on in the real world, because I was very quiet for the most part on my social media.
Same here.
Because not a lot needs to be said that I haven't said over the course of my lifetime in regards to this situation.
Yeah.
You know what occurred. You know, rest in peace to those babies and the teachers that gave their lives protecting those babies. Rest in peace to the husband and the widower of one of the teachers that ended up having a heart attack as a result of losing his wife, who was a high school sweetheart, and you know, they leave behind I think 3 or 4 children as a result of that. Not much needs to be said as a result of this. You
just summed up how I'm feeling. It's just like, because it's like a cycle. It just keeps on fucking going, and no one wants to do nothing about it.
Well, if I say what I want to say, they might tap my phone.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to... Yeah.
They.
I might say some things to have you say he running around here like he Pac.
No, that was rude.
And I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of fuck yous in mind, and
I have a lot of those too.
You know what I'm saying? And they extend well past where I choose to aim. So I want to make sure
how this show goes, man. What you say on here, what we say on here, it comes true. So we just watch what our words.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm choosing to, you know, stick to what's important. But just because I don't put it on social media didn't mean obviously I didn't care. But obviously with me about to be an uncle within the next couple months, like that really hits close to home. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. As we were getting ready to record, there was another one.
Yeah.
In Tulsa.
3 actually.
Over the course of the span of
today,
what's been going on
today.
Yeah, and I'm
as we're recording.
Yeah. At this point, what can you say, man? America.
Don't catch you slipping, though.
What I will say is, if that's how they want to play it, I'm gonna tell you, like a great philosopher said in The Wire, tell our people to tool up.
Shit. Like fucking Omar, dog.
No, that was Marlo that said
Marlo?
that. Yeah, Marlo said it.
No, I gotta talk about Omar because I'm thinking about the show that dropped. The show you've been waiting on for how many years?
That's why I wanted to lead with that.
Yeah.
Because again, what goes on in the real world, I don't want to get it mixed and confused and have people start saying some shit like Jim Gray.
Yeah.
And get it confused with that. Because what goes on in the real world should not be mistaken with how I go off and use it with clear hyperbole for, you know, entertainment.
Exactly.
So now, you know, again, rest in peace. And I hate having to say it because it sounds like
a repeat because
the people that should do some shit don't do it. But for us, I genuinely heartfelt and mean it. Thoughts and prayers for the loved ones that are left to, you know, sit and wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I do commend the actual first responders that got up off their ass
and did something.
Yeah, and didn't wait for a fucking happy hour. So, with that being said, like you were about to say, I've been waiting 3 years.
You really have. Like, I knew it was coming, but you, my friend, have been waiting for this show since they announced it. What we're talking about is the new Star Wars miniseries, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm!
And I've been waiting, baby.
Those are the stormtroopers. That is Obi-Wan too. Fuck a lightsaber. Boy,
he can't say fuck a lightsaber. He gone. That man got PTSD.
I mean, yeah, he killed, like, he saw his best friend become evil and thought he killed him, and he has to watch over his son, and he fucking has to work a 9 to 5 on Tatooine. Your whole race your whole group got exterminated, and you're on a fucking planet. You're living out your retirement plan that you didn't think you were gonna retire, and you have to watch over some nigga's son that's not your son. Damn.
You are hiding a child.
You are hiding a child. Yeah. You are hiding a child. Let that boy go home. Yeah, that's Obi-Wan. He is hiding a child. Or, he's watching over a child. Nah, but we're as y'all hearing this, it's 3 episodes.
We're 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ain't no spoilers.
No, this is a spoiler because at this point you need to have watched episode 3 because, man.
Boy. Boy. Oh, nigga. Anakin Skywalker. Well, it's Darth Vader, but but what's your thoughts on like the 3 episodes you've seen so far?
Top 1 miniseries, and it's the only one.
Out of the whole Star Wars? Or just miniseries, period?
Nigga, it's a top 1 miniseries of all time, and it's the only one.
Yeah, this shit is fucking great. Like, this is everything I wanted. I wouldn't have minded if it was a movie, but I actually like this.
No, I would have been pissed off if this was a movie.
If it was like a 2.5 hour movie?
Yeah, I would have been mad.
But they're only 6 episodes.
Did you see what they did in 3? There's still 3 more episodes of this shit.
Dude.
Could you imagine that at 45 minutes that it would have been rushed?
It kind of feels rushed a little bit.
This don't.
Well, anyway, if y'all know, if you lived under a rock and don't know the Force, this takes place, how many years after Revenge of the Sith?
10. It's 10 years after Revenge of the Sith and 10 years before A New Hope.
Shit. So
right smack in the middle.
So Obi-Wan is kind of 10 years post-retirement. Forced retirement. Luke is 10 years old and he's watching over him and shit like that, and Uncle Owen says, nah, nigga, fuck out of here.
We don't like your kind.
We don't like your kind here, boy. I'm giving him the speeder. What the fuck is this? Obi-Wan is forced to work in minimum wage.
Yeah.
He's heartbroken over Anakin, everything, and yeah.
There's just a lot to like about this whole thing.
It really is,
so many
man.
good Easter eggs. And the thing with this too is, I like how they tied in the Clone Wars cartoon. You and Martine were right. Mm-hmm. So I did go back and watch it. I was glad I watched it. Mm-hmm. It's both necessary, but it's not necessary because they do kind of count it as an Easter egg. But
yeah.
So it's, if you've seen just the movies, you have a full grasp of it.
Yeah.
But if you watch the Clone Wars, you are rewarded.
Mm-hmm. Very much rewarded.
Yeah, especially in the third I don't want to call it episode. Part 3.
Part 3.
They're called parts.
Yeah.
So in part 3, you are definitely rewarded when you see what was written on that wall.
Yeah.
My God. I saw that shit and I was like, oh, we here. We was there.
We was there.
And then we was over cheer.
We're over cheer.
But now we here.
But we cheer.
Okay. Alright. For sure.
And Ewan McGregor, he's doing a great job.
I didn't know he was an executive producer.
Oh, this is a passion project for him.
This is incredible.
He's been wanting to do this for years. He's been wanting to come back as Obi-Wan. So, and in fact, him and Hayden Christensen going on that press run and shit like that.
I'm happy. I'm happy the flowers are being thrown.
He actually looks like Darth Vader.
I'm so happy that they're getting their flowers. They did not deserve the hate that they got.
I don't think people hate.
They did.
They didn't hate Obi-Wan. They hated Hayden. They didn't hate Ewan. They hated Hayden Christensen the most.
Yeah, but they hated the prequels in general.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy. Years later, people are really starting to. They're appreciating Revenge of the Sith a lot more.
Yeah, because when you see the sequels.
Yeah, and
you see other forms of media, it makes you appreciate what you had.
And also, I also feel because Clone Wars made people appreciate Revenge of the Sith a lot more.
Yeah, definitely.
It really did. And Rebels, too.
Definitely.
But, man,
But part 1. First 5 minutes is the recap, and I felt like they picked the best highlights of the prequels to really hit it home.
Yeah.
And then the motherfucker opens, and I'm like, oh, another point of view of Order 66. My God.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I saw the kids and shit with the lightsabers, I'm like, uh-oh. This is the Jedi. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Pew, 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 pew. That's pretty much what it was. And I was like, uh-oh.
Yep.
And it went black. And I'm like, oh, oh yeah, boy. And then we go back to Tatooine, and then we see the what do they call it again? Not Sith Lords, but what are they? The
Inquisitors.
Inquisitors, yeah, they're Force sensitive folks. They're not Sith Lords. They just
they're former Jedis.
Former Jedis that.
Well, not all of them, but
yeah, they're Force sensitive.
A good percentage are former Jedis themselves that were turned in addition to Force sensitives.
Yeah, and one of them is the new black woman named, what's her name again?
Her name's Moses Ingram, but in the her character's name is Reva.
Reva, the third sister. I thought she coming off like she was Cleo. In the first episode, she was coming off like Cleo from Set It Off.
Yeah. Came in way too hot.
Way too hot.
Way too hot, but I appreciated the ambition.
I love the energy.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw her, I'm like, oh, she's looking for Obi-Wan. He's like, yeah, where there's a Jedi in these parts, partner.
Yeah, she came in way too hot, but you know what I'm saying? She was running around like she was pocket 96, so I definitely appreciated the ambitions as a rider. You know what I'm saying? Red saber and all, you know what I'm saying? Sith row.
Sith row? You stupid.
Listen, man, the shit came on.
Yeah,
I already knew what was going to take place. You hit me with the news, and I was like, brother, you hitting a man that's been prepared for 3 years, okay?
What, that is going to drop early?
Yeah, that it was dropping at 9 o'clock. I said, brother, I've already taken a shower. I've already worked out. I've already eaten. I've done all my shit. I'm in my chair already. I went in the living room. I turned my lights on to Sith red.
He's dead serious.
You saw the pictures.
Yeah, he's dead serious, people.
Yes.
He really did this. He's been waiting for this moment.
I had my shirt on. I am all the Sith.
But it's about Obi-Wan.
I am the Sith. Fuck them Jedi, nigga. Fuck them Jedi. The only one I feel bad for is Obi-Wan because he is collateral damage. He didn't ask for none of this. And there's actually a good video theory that actually supports this on why Obi-Wan was actually a bad master. Not because he was a bad master, but a bad master for Anakin because of circumstances. Not because he was a bad master or person, but just because of the circumstances.
We talked about that.
But because of the reason why, in short, was because he himself wasn't an ordained Jedi Knight by the time he took Anakin on. It was because he got pushed up without taking the Jedi Knight
the trials. No, he did take the trials.
No, he didn't. He killed Darth Maul, so he skipped those. He killed a Sith.
Maybe the books. Because they said there were books that came out and said how he actually went through the trials.
No. He killed a Sith Lord. So because he killed a Sith Lord, he didn't have to take the trials.
Oh.
Because it's rare when that happens.
Oh.
He killed a Sith Lord, he got to skip those. He got moved right on up.
Moving on up.
And because Anakin was so old, he might as well have been a 21-year-old in Force years. They don't take on a Padawan that old. So you have a Jedi Knight that gets ordained without taking the trials. And you have a Padawan who's way beyond the years when they first take them in as Force sensitive.
Because he was 9 or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So you mix them together when they're learning on the fly. So you have a master who now looks at his Padawan as a brother and an equal versus like
a little brother.
Yeah, instead of looking at him like he's inferior.
Yeah.
Like as it's supposed to.
Yeah.
That's how it went wrong.
So he was failed. So Anakin was failed to begin with.
And the Jedi, again, like I said, the Jedi fucked him over for a jump. Anakin was in need of a father figure, and they, the closest they gave him was a brother, which was what they didn't even want to do. That's why Kenobi was collateral damage. I don't fault Kenobi in all this. He gave him the best that he could do.
Take a seat, young Skywalker.
Yeah. Fuck all them niggas.
Fuck all of them.
You know what I'm saying? And there's another theory that Mace Windu actually gave the cold shoulder Anakin because he himself thought he was the chosen one.
That's a good theory.
Yeah.
Probably from a comic. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, fuck that nigga.
We're going to learn a lot in that other Star Wars series.
Which one?
The one that focuses on 100 years before Phantom Menace.
But they have another movie. They have another show come out called Tales from the Jedi.
And they got another one called the Skeleton Crew. They got a lot of Star Wars shit. That's
a lot of Star Wars shows
Ahsoka.
that are coming. Ahsoka, that's gonna follow after Rebels.
The one you're talking about is Andor.
Andor, that one looks fire. That's 5 years before Rogue One. Yeah.
There's a lot of shit like Kenobi, Solo, and then not Mandalorian, but there's another one. All these are taking place in the same year. So Solo is taking place right now as Kenobi's going on.
Yeah. It is. Takes place like 5. Yeah.
Right.
Man, a lot of shit went down these galaxies far, far away, man.
Yeah. they ain't as far as you think.
Ain't that far.
But what I appreciated about this was it said, "Fuck Luke, you need to go get Leia."
That was the twist. Because every time we saw the trailer, we kept seeing Luke just swerving.
Yeah. Swerve. Hoes.
That's what he was doing. Like he was on the speeder, he was swerving.
Yeah. Swerve on them hoes.
Swerve on them. If anyone who's seen the trailer, you know what I'm talking about. So we're thinking, okay, how is this gonna? And then all of a sudden, there's a twist. We go to what's it called? Alderaan? Yeah, Alderaan.
Yeah.
Jimmy Smith. Just to make sure I remember his name, because I couldn't remember his name last time. And then we see a young Princess Leia.
Bail Organa.
I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, oh, I thought this was just gonna be for one episode. No, she's the main. She's a main character on this shit. A 10-year-old Leia,
Which we know why.
But yeah, because
Yeah, the sequels were actually supposed to be about Leia.
I don't think the common person knows that. But
Yeah, the when George Lucas sold Lucasfilms to Disney, he had the blueprint set. The original trilogy was supposed to follow the son. The prequels was supposed to follow the father, and the sequels were supposed to follow the daughter,
Leia, and her children.
Yeah, and it kind of went a different way, and
That's what happens when you don't have a plan. They
kind of made plot holes out of some shit that
shut up.
didn't make any fucking sense in the end. First, Palpatine wanted to help Anakin find eternal life, and then it was, kill me. I was like, wait, what?
So, Obi-Wan.
Fellas, what? Fellas. Find eternal life, then make me kill me so I can make the other one jealous.
What?
The fuck are you talking about? When did you insert yourself in the Clone Wars, motherfucker?
Anyway, Obi-Wan, episode 1. Yeah, that was great. And I'm glad they gave us 2 episodes. Because it just established everything that's going on. Obi-Wan is just trying to, watch over Luke and shit like that. And he goes up to Uncle Owen and I need to train him. Like, he needs to be trained. Nigga, really? How you trained his dad? Yeah, I would have sliced his ass too.
I'd have fucked him up. Russell Westbrook, I promise you, I will fuck you up. You and your wife.
You should have just choked him, like the Force choke.
Well, now I understand why he didn't.
Yeah,
he's detached. Like
He's
same
really-
way.
he is
I will
that.
say they got that right in the sequels. We're actually seeing some connections.
Yeah.
Same way that Luke detached himself. Same way.
I mean, it's a traumatic experience, man.
Right.
Like, and he felt like a failure.
Yeah.
I failed you, Anakin. I mean, he felt like he let down his mentor, Qui-Gon. He felt like he let down his mentor. He felt he let down the Jedi because he felt he should have saw it coming.
And did you notice the extra emphasis? Like, there's a little Easter egg in his flashbacks. Did you notice that?
Which was?
Everything's blurred except Anakin's face.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah. Yeah, man. It was a traumatic experience. And he said, I can't be a Jedi no more. So I'm just gonna,
Right, but then, third sister figures out a way. She got that ambition. She taps into some files, figures out that he and Bail Organa were connected in the past, sets out and goes after Leia. They kidnap her, using her ambition to go run into the forest on Alderaan. Knowing that it's gonna cause Obi-Wan to run off as they're hunting Jedi to go after her and save her.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the actress that plays young Leia.
Yeah, and then it sets off this whirlwind of events. So he leaves. He goes to this beautiful looking planet. The aesthetics there were fucking incredible.
Yeah, because Jimmy Smith, because what's his name, General Organa goes out to Tatooine and tells Obi-Wan like, "Yo, they took my daughter, even though it's not his daughter."
Yeah,
but he's just like, "I need you to go find." He's like, "Man, I'm retired, man. I'm too old for this shit, but I need you." And Obi-Wan's like, "All right."
And he opens up. Well, first when he gets the notification, he gets the beeping sound that he hasn't heard in 10 years. If you remember, the last time he heard the beep was when was when General Cody says, "Hey, you dropped this."
Yep.
It's the last time you heard that.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn, that's true.
Yep.
No, that was the lightsaber. He gave back the lightsaber, yeah.
Mm-hmm. He goes, "You dropped this." That was the last time I heard that shit.
And then he had to go and unbury his lightsaber that he buried. I was like, wow. And he took out him and Anakin's lightsaber, right?
There's another Easter egg there.
Really, man. What was that? What was the Easter egg?
That's what I'm saying. This is an emotional. Again, that's why I praised Episode 3 all those years.
This makes me appreciate. These episodes are making me appreciate that movie a lot more.
Because this wasn't in Episode 3. This was in Episode 2. Episode 2, he tells Anakin, "Don't drop your life. Basically, don't drop your lifesaver.
This is your life.
Lightsaber. This is your livelihood. Your life."
Mm-hmm.
In this one, he buried both lightsabers because what is life without your brother? He can't go on without life. But he's fucked up.
Yeah.
He failed everything. He failed his brother. He can't go on. He can't do this. And what is living life without his brother?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the one time like he realizes at that point, I can't go on emotionless. I can't do this. Like,
I'm gonna find a job.
Yeah. If I'm gonna go on emotionless, I'm gonna be really emotionless. I'm gonna go 9 to 5 where I can really be emotionless. That's where you be emotionless.
I got a 401k, no union.
I don't got no 401k.
Jedi didn't pay me this.
Yeah. Motherfuckers have me jumping out windows and shit.
We could go into different galaxies and slicing up droids and shit. I got time for this.
Yeah.
Nah, you want me to go to war and the Clone Wars and shit for years? Nah, I got time for this. I get a job. Probably get a wife, get her pregnant.
But then you find out with the Inquisitors, they don't like third sister. Because, they see her as they put it, scum beneath them, which leads you to believe that there is a lot of backstory with her.
Yeah, and she really wants to find Obi-Wan for whatever reason. We don't know why yet, but she really wants to find Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I have a good theory at this point. I'm throwing it out there. They zoomed in on one of the young Padawans at the beginning of Order 66, and it is a young black girl. Mm-hmm. And I saw that, like, Star Wars don't do shit just to do shit. So they bringing this up, and when she was talking about they were looking for another Jedi on Tatooine, and when she was giving the speech to the people, she was talking as if she was talking to herself,
projecting.
Yeah.
Like if Kevin Samuels was there, just like, And
she's a cold motherfucker.
She really is.
Cause she went and cut off another motherfucker hand. Just to let them know.
You know what time it is.
Yeah.
And then when you remember when Obi-Wan was about to leave and they had that nigga like hung on the fucking ceiling and shit like that, I was like, oh, this is dark.
Yeah.
I like that shit. Mm-hmm. Obi-Wan just like, oh, damn. And then he goes to the other planet. He goes to the other planet with Leia and shit like that. And again, the little girl they got playing Princess Leia she's just so marvelous, man. She will do, if Carrie Fisher was alive right now, she would be proud to see her. Like, that's perfect casting. Mm-hmm. And then when I kept watching, like, oh, so she's going to be in this whole shit. I'm like, oh, that's a good swerve. They kept that under wraps.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that because I didn't see that shit coming.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Star Wars fans are going like, that doesn't make sense. He's like, but she never saw Obi-Wan. Like, what about the message she said in New Hope? I was just like,
no, that's not true. That is not true. If you remember, in A New Hope, she says, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. When he introduces himself, he says, I am Ben.
Ben.
And remember, in A New Hope, Luke says, Ben is here. And she goes, Ben is here. Remember, that's what she says in A New Hope.
She does say that.
She says Ben Kenobi's here. And she says Ben Kenobi is here?
She did say that.
Yeah.
And she was excited when she said that.
Yeah.
See, they found a loophole.
Exactly.
Y'all gotta pay. See, they paid attention to every line and found a way to work. Man, round of applause for these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Round of applause for Disney.
See, people just pick and choose what they want to see, and they find that. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, they do their due diligence on this shit.
So I'm just building everything up. So then in episode 2, Leia decides to run.
There's a little, you know what I'm saying? There's a little action, little school action. You know what I'm saying? I forget the actor's name that pretended to be the Jedi. He had some comic relief.
Oh, he was in hella movies.
The one that's in Harold and Kumar go to.
That's not Harold and Kumar. That's not dude from Harold.
Oh, it's not.
Nah.
You're right.
He was from Obama, actually. He does.
Oh.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that confused me. You're right.
Yeah. Nah, he was in Eternals.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. But he gave a good performance. But long story short, they running around. You could tell Obi-Wan, he's really, really fucking detached from the Force.
Mm-hmm.
He having struggle. And it just proved my prediction even more right.
What?
And he about to fuck this nigga up.
We're gonna go to that.
And I've been
We'll get there.
Hey, we are, but come on now. Come on.
I know.
We about
building
to
up
fuck
to it.
him up.
So,
and it gets to the point where she's doing, racing all through the scenes, and Inquisitors that are now going all through. They pissed off with Third Sister because she basically took a politician's daughter to get their hands on Kenobi. But once they figured out Kenobi's there, they fuck it, we're here. Let's do this. So now they going through. She puts bounty hunters on the shit, like it's full fledged, like
this is gang shit.
Yeah,
gang. And then the part where Obi-Wan had to like help. No. She said, if you have the Force, then lift me up, make me fly. Obi-Wan's like, bitch, what?
Yeah, like
make me fly. Like, what are you talking about? And then she was about to fall, and then Obi-Wan had to. When he was reaching out, it was some funny shit. If he just farted, like,
yeah.
But he caught Leia, and because Leia ain't gonna die, and the fuck,
Right.
And floated her down, and then I was like, okay.
But not for nothing. Then some more emotions kick in.
Third Sister shows up looking for Obi-Wan.
No, not that part.
Oh, yeah, you building toward it. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
some more emotions kick in. Mm-hmm. Leia definitely showing she is very, very in tune and very, very Force sensitive herself. That's why I believe if Anakin were to raise his children, it would have been Leia that was more Anakin.
Yeah.
I feel like Luke was put in that position just because of the circumstances. But if Anakin was allowed to raise his kids, Leia would have been the one that was drawn to that. Leia's, how she speaks, it just reminded him of Padme. He said it about her, and
You just look just like your mother. You remind me of someone. You even said you remind me of someone, and I was just like, oof, the heartstrings.
Yep. And then it gets right when it's about to get overly emotional. Here comes Reva like on some warrior shit.
This is like some Xena shit, flipping, jumping on
Obi-Wan, you know what I'm saying? Come out to play.
And then she was like, "Oh yeah, I know you looking for him. You know he's alive, right?"
No.
Oh.
That's when she breaks the news to him, and she's like, Lord Vader will be pleased. And that's when this nigga's eyes open, like,
Somebody did this.
I did this.
When this motherfucker realized, oh my God, I did not finish the job.
And then he said, she said Anakin Skywalker is alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so after that, he escapes. Obi-Wan escapes with Leia, and he's in the ship. And he was just like, Leia's trying to talk to him. She's like, Ben. And then he's just quiet, and he just says, Anakin. And then, boom, you see a burnt up Hayden Christensen. And it's like,
There's powerful niggas at work here.
it was like Power, in not the show, but the Kanye West video Power. And then, the camera's panning out.
Yep.
That's what it was. And you just see him, and you hear the...
like walked up for him as what do they call it, the Bacta tank?
Yeah, he's in that tank, and he just woke up from his bath.
Orange ass eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally found this motherfucker.
And then I was like, oh, so what's episode 3 gonna be like? Episode 3.
And that motherfucker woke up. He's, Master, please help me. Please help me, Master. He's coming. They strapping this nigga up. Full machinery and shit.
like
drilling this nigga like he fucking NASCAR and shit.
You saw all his arms and legs were gone and shit. I was like, man, he did slice you up, huh? And then I just thought, he told you he had the high ground. He did. Yeah, he told him, don't do it. Ooh, don't do it.
Yeah, but now this nigga got the machinery ground.
They put all this shit on him, and I was like, I was thinking they're gonna show Vader now, and then all of a sudden you saw
Master,
him.
please help me, Master. Please, nigga.
You heard James
This
L.
nigga coming, Master. Please, this nigga coming. Help me.
Oh yeah, help me! And trying to call out for Qui-Gon and shit. Qui-Gon ain't gonna help you. We only got Qui-Gon, Jake.
The number you were trying to reach is disconnected. Please call again.
And then you kept hearing the dialogue from Revenge of the Sith. I was waiting for that line. You
Yep.
what was it? You turned her against me. To this day, he choked out Padme and then looked at Obi-Wan and said, "You made me do that."
That nigga was definitely blasting Dirty Sprite too.
He really did that shit.
Nigga had that shit before it came out in the galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. But nah, episode 3 of Obi-Wan, that was top tier Star Wars shit. Like, bro, I even text you. I know you were sleeping or whatever, but I'm like, wait till you watch this shit.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't read that shit till after I watched that shit. Reva came through and said the Inquisitor. He said, fuck that Inquisitor. He said, fine, Kenobi.
Oh, yeah, because she killed the Inquisitor, by the way. Yeah.
You think I was going to let you get this shine? Where he showed up said, the Inquisitor nigga said, fuck that Inquisitor.
Fuck that nigga. and I mean, James L. Jones, God bless him. That's how I was asking. I was like, how is this gonna work? Because you know it's Hayden Christensen in there with the voice of a black man, but it's James L. Jones, man, and they managed to make Vader more sinister. Like
he's in his prime.
Oh, Vader in his prime. It's been 10 years. He's pissed. He's pissed. He's still angry. He's still pissed. Full of regret. well, I remember you were conflicted. Misusing your influence. That's all he kept hearing in his mind. And but the opening scene, like when Leia and Obi-Wan went in the fucking the transport and shit like that was good shit. Mm-hmm. And then how Obi-Wan, he's getting cool with them. He's become very uncivilized, by the way, because you know how he doesn't like blasters. Very uncivilized.
Yeah.
Now he's become very uncivilized. He's shooting at anybody. Fucking lightsaber.
I like that it took 3 episodes for him to use the saber. Mm-hmm. I saw a lot of people complaining about that, and I'm like, fam, he's detached from the Force. He hasn't used this. He's not practicing.
Yeah, but he practiced with the blinky though.
He got no choice.
Yeah,
he has no choice.
Shoot all them damn stormtroopers and shit. So then after that,
he shot the stormtrooper. That nigga slid through the damn.
Sliced him up.
See the heat shit, and I was like. This is a different Disney, motherfucker.
Now Obi-Wan different now. Yeah. Nigga, I'm done, nigga. I ain't that old nigga yet.
They found the mole inside that was gonna help them. Mm-hmm. They end up in the village, and they're going through. I don't know if you noticed that robot or machine. Mm-hmm. That may not be a robot or machine.
Oh, I heard it might be.
It might not be. Because it did something that a robot machine does not do.
Which is?
It grabbed that...
it grabbed that hammer. Yep. Yeah, he was
it wasn't programmed to do that. Mm-mm. So it might be Rex. The old clone.
Maybe.
It might be. So that might be something to pay attention to. Mm-hmm. It's a theory. It's not proven yet.
Yeah.
That might be something to pay attention to.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, okay... after Vader gives his spiel, if you want the Inquisitor, the Grand Inquisitor's role for Reva, you can take it. But you fuck with me, you ain't gonna live long enough to regret it. So you better get that shit, get it popping.
Obi-Wan just told that. Vader was like, bruh.
And this motherfucker done built a castle on Mustafar just so that way he could outlook the scene where he lost his body. Like, this nigga is demented. Like,
he's fucked up right now.
Yeah.
Like, nigga.
Pure prime evil.
Yeah, this ain't Anakin. He's still Anakin.
No, he ain't running around like he Pac. He running around like he Machiavelli.
No, so then after that...
you want a real 7-day theory. Episode 3 took place in 7 days. That is a 7-day ass nigga.
No, so then after that, Obi-Wan and Ogre are hiding in the headquarters and shit, and then all of a sudden Obi-Wan just falls to his knees like, oh! Like,
and I fell down to the knees when the Sith came.
He just fell to his knees like, oh! Like, what is it? I was like, uh-oh. And all of a sudden,
I thought it was a dream state.
I knew the only time Jedis get like that is when somebody is near, and you knew who. I was like, we're gonna see Vader now.
That's why I thought it was like Rey, when Rey went into kind of like that dream state.
Oh with, yeah.
With Kylo, yeah. I thought it was just they were gonna have like a
I know what you're talking about,
like telekinesis type shit.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to just walk.
Nigga walked in there like Omar.
Yeah. That Vader coming.
Vader, everyone was scattering, and all you heard was.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. Yeah, nah, this is about to get gangster. And then this nigga just started looking at citizens. He said, nah, I want you, nigga.
And just choked him. Just choked him for no reason.
And then joked a teenager. And I was like, oh, no, nigga, this shit different.
This that nigga Vader. And he just kept getting close. And then Obi-Wan was getting scared. He told Leia, because he had to get Leia away, because he knows who, like, oh, then I was thinking he has to get Leia away from him. So that's why he had to distract Vader. And then, as soon as he tried to run out, Vader knew who he was.
And I was like, we
here.
It's not in the finale.
But this is just the pre-round.
It's now. Which means there's multiple of these.
There's multiple rounds. Yeah. We got 3 episodes left. Oh my God. And Vader was just, when Vader just kind of realizes Obi-Wan wasn't himself, he just kept fucking with him. Just, oh man, one hand, lightsaber and shit. Obi-Wan's like, oh. And then he's just like,
Obi-Wan kept running. Vader just looked at him like,
What kind of shit is that?
I will fuck you up, nigga. Like, pretty much what he kept saying, like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, you think this is a game. And then what Obi-Wan tell him, like, what have they done to you?
No, he said,
oh, yeah,
what have you become? And he said, I am what you made me. Man.
And I've been waiting, baby.
Technically, he told your ass.
No, it's not. Fuck all the technicalities. He is right. I am what you made me. You cut my shit off and you left me to burn. You should have, and he told him, you should have killed me when you had the chance. I am what you made me.
I had the high ground.
It doesn't matter what he had the high ground. You left me there and you didn't kill me. So guess what? Ha ha, nigga. I'm your Freddy Krueger. Fuck you. I'm in your nightmares. This is what you made. You should have killed me. This is what happens when you don't kill your enemies. You have too much empathy and sympathy. So I am what you made me.
I had the high ground. And
you can have the high ground all you want. You had the high ground. You should have sliced me.
I did.
You should have sliced my head off.
Don't try it.
Like, that's like you. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I know. I was fucking with you.
I know what you're saying, but he's right. I'm what you made me.
Yep. And then he just really grabbed Obi-Wan and lifted him up like it was like he was in Stranger Things and shit. And then got the lightsaber because there was gas there and lit that shit on fire.
When he lit the fire, that's when I was like, yeah, this is brand new.
This is new.
This is brand new.
Yep. And then dragged his ass through the fire and had his ass burned.
You know why he did that though, right?
Because that's what happened to him.
No. You understand why he did that though.
You wanted to torture him?
Do you understand the meaning?
No. What's the deeper meaning?
What's something that he has said that he told Padme?
What do you?
I hate sand. It's coarse.
Oh, that's
it's
deep.
dry on my skin.
Awesome.
What's something that Kenobi did to him that was the worst thing? He burned him. He burned him damn near to death. Mm-hmm. He mixed the two together. That was torture.
I think
he brought the two things together that were the worst that were to him, and he used it against him to torture him.
Oh, well, that's deep. Didn't think that. Well, maybe he just wanted to burn him.
But you understand?
Yeah, I know.
No, it's he didn't want to kill him though. He wants to torture him. He's playing with him.
Yeah, he was.
He didn't want to kill him right then and there. Yeah. So he mixed the two things that he thought was the worst to him to just
projected on Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
and he was burning him too. And then the fire went away, and then old girl saved him. You know, and got him away, and then Vader.
Because you gotta understand, his costume is easily made to handle that destruction. He could have easily jumped over and he could have sliced him then and there.
But he just watched.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he's sitting there like, this isn't worth it because if I do this now, it's a mercy kill. I don't want to do this right now because you're weak and you're pathetic.
This is a mercy kill. I need you at your full strength.
Yeah. So go on, run like the little bitch you are right now.
Get ready.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna come for you.
Right.
They can do this 3 episodes deep.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go turn back, nigga, and I'm gonna go turn 50 Cent heat on, nigga.
And he just walked off like, man, fuck. Oh, the other part in episode 3 we missed out. You saw that? Remember that scene? I guess when he sees the mirage of a young Anakin in the hoodie.
Deep.
Yeah, that was our little shot of Hayden Christensen. But yeah, he just.
And we're gonna see more Hayden because there's gonna be flashbacks.
That has to be flashbacks on this. Yeah. And then he, Obi-Wan just turned her, and after that, like, I guess Reva was gonna catch Leia's ass again, kidnapped her, and then it goes black, and I'm like, that's how it ends. That's how it ends. We're just 3 episodes deep. When you guys hear this again, when we come back, the finale would be that same week when we come back. Oh my God. This is good shit. This is top tier television. Again, part of me wishes this was a movie, but nah, man.
No, I don't.
I know you don't.
I don't. You would not get this in a 2-hour movie. You would not.
This was Star Wars fans. Once again, bring your asses to the stand.
Somebody did this.
Why y'all gotta be crazy, man? Out of all the stand bases out there, there's the Barbs, there's the Beehive, Aubrey's Angels, the Bronzexuals, and then there's wrestling fans, and then there's you niggas. I don't follow y'all because y'all just take this shit too damn fucking serious. Y'all, like, really? Y'all have to be racist with Reva? Really?
I put my fist up because I stand with Moses Ingram.
Yeah, seriously.
Like I said, I wasn't... I know what her character's endgame is, so I wasn't upset. I knew her character, Reva, is supposed to be annoying because clearly the Inquisitors are like, don't fuck with her, so I understand that. But when people start going after her as an actress
and saying like, racist shit,
yeah, like nah, I'm not.
No, but they have a history of doing this.
Yeah, of course.
They did this to Billy D. Williams when Empire Strikes Back came back. Apparently, they did that to Samuel L. Jackson. They did that to John Bodega when the sequel trilogy came out. They do this all the damn time. They be running niggas off social media, like the girl who played Rose in Last Jedi. Yeah, they ran her off social media. Old girl Daisy Ridley, who played Rey, she ran off social media after the movies got popular because of the fucking toxic ass fan base.
But not this time.
Oh no,
because you got Star Wars, the main Star Wars account, and you got Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor, yep.
You got his attention.
Yeah.
Everybody done came up that's a part of this and done backed up Moses Ingram.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fuck y'all.
I just don't get it. I'm like, really?
You're not supposed to get racism. It's
a disease.
Yeah, it's not supposed to make sense. So, you're not supposed to get it. But what I was going to say is Leia's kidnappers, they're the same... they're the same beings as Darth Maul.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I noticed that shit.
The same species.
Yep.
Yeah, they're the same species.
I just like how they're doing this shit now. Like how they're doing the Star Wars universe shit. Even though they're connecting everything to the Skywalker saga because Kathleen Kennedy said like now her main goal is not to make trilogies no more and they're trying to get away from the Skywalker saga even though their next TV shows take place around the Skywalker saga.
I'm not mad at it. Make all kinds of content. Just keep one of them around the Skywalkers. To me, that's fine.
Yeah.
Build an entire galaxy and multiple galaxies where they go all different directions. Just keep one that's focused on the Skywalkers.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because the Skywalkers is Star Wars.
Period.
So you can't go too far away from the core material.
Yeah, they're just trying to figure out what are they going to do with the sequel trilogy? How are we going to build around that?
Yeah, so I mean,
that's what they have to. Yeah, that's what they're trying to figure out.
In terms of films, definitely do your best to go away from the Skywalkers. But in terms of TV series, keep making one that has to do with the Skywalkers.
You know what I was thinking?
Get to the Vader series. I want a fucking Vader series. Did you see what he did in part 3?
Yeah, I saw it.
I need to see when he's going across planets just fucking shit up.
And there's a story there because he didn't like Palpatine either. When he realized Palpatine tricked him, he knew he was fucked. So he knew he wanted to take him off, and he was still corrupted with power and shit like that. That's what makes what Luke did in Return of the Jedi seem that much important. You changed him over. But then at the same time, he didn't know his son was alive. When he found out his son was alive, that's when he kind of started, switching. When he found out Luke was alive and it was his son,
right?
That's when he realized, like, man, maybe I do got to change, But this
he didn't.
When
he found out Luke was alive,
he wanted his son to join him.
He wanted to join him just so they could take out Palpatine.
Yeah,
but it wasn't necessarily about changing.
Yeah,
he wanted him to run the galaxy with him
as father and son.
Yeah.
And try to make up for what Obi-Wan did to him and shit.
Yeah,
okay, that makes sense. Nah, but this is what I was gonna say. 'Cause I was talking about this with somebody about what they should have did with the sequel trilogy, and I said this: if they had a plan, what they should have did is after Episode 7, they should have had the next year. They should have had a movie and or TV show or both that wasn't Episode 8, that wasn't the next episode, but it was like a spin-off show or series that was gonna go right into the next episode. You know what I mean? That focused on Finn or Poe or whatever, and it kind of just has like little plot points that build into the next episode. So by the time you watch fucking episode 8 or whatever, it's like, oh yeah, I saw this on the show, kind of like on some MCU shit. You know what I mean?
If only somebody had.
I know they would have had a plan.
Said something like this
when they bought the shit
on the podcast years ago.
It just came to my mind.
And
a series was
getting made fun of.
A series
years ago when I was talking about movies, just making TV shows. Never made and it was like, no, you can't do that with everything. But I was like, nah, it's perfect. You make a TV series that leads into a fucking movie if you're gonna do these franchises. Just always it makes more sense because you can broaden the worlds around them. I was like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that.
We didn't say you can't do that.
You can't do that.
We didn't say that.
You can't do that.
But for this shit, for the sequel trilogy, they should have for sure did that. And maybe the movies would have had a more impact.
Or maybe you just keep Finn and all them motherfuckers as secondary characters, and you focus the fuck on Leia, and Darth Maul is a fucking mercenary leader of the underground.
I mean, you should have just listened to fucking, George Lucas.
Yeah.
But no, y'all got greedy, got money, and made Rey like a fucking Super Saiyan Jedi.
Because the whole point was Darth Maul was going to lead his army of the leftover stormtroopers. The stormtroopers were going to act as Al-Qaeda type soldiers because there was no more war to fight.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to give up the fact that there was no more war to fight.
And they're going to have another woman come in as the big villain and shit.
Yeah. Still would have been woman empowerment. Still would have had those lead, badass women in those roles. Would have been no fucking, oh, well, you're Palpatine's granddaughter. Wait, what? Well, where are his kids? Why ain't we see no fucking kids?
How did Palpatine come back? I don't know.
No, he cloned himself. Wait, what?
How? No, I don't know.
I don't know. He did that shit some time ago. Well, where's Plagueis? Oh, we never showed him. But he was at the beginning of Phantom Menace. Huh? The fuck? Okay. All right.
That's like the get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
Oh, how did that happen? I don't know.
Yeah.
Cloning.
The sequels were only able to get away with that Plagueis shit because the Plagueis shit was actually was confirmed in the books. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason how they were able to knock that one off. Everything else was all right, dog.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck you.
Yeah. But yeah, with the new shows that are coming, they got Ahsoka, Tales from the Jedi, Bad Batch season 2.
Yep.
The Skeleton Crew, Vision season 2, Star Wars, nigga.
And that boy Cal coming back in the video game next year.
Oh, for the what's it called? The Jedi Survivor shit.
Yep.
Yeah, old boy from Shameless. Yeah, and apparently that takes place the same time as Obi-Wan.
That's same
time period. I was just like, so they're literally building a universe around this shit, which is what they should have did for the longest time. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, we stay on movies. I saw Top Gun.
I heard a lot of good things about it.
Dude, that movie had no business being that good. Tom Cruise really came with it on that shit. Like, I never even seen the first Top Gun movie. You really don't need to see it. Like, it's really like the first Top Gun movie. You don't need to see that shit. You can see this, and it was good money. Great ass movie.
Yeah, I still need to go see it. I heard it gives you good appreciation for the first one, though.
Yeah, Tom Cruise really came with it. And it's crazy because the shit, they filmed that shit in 2019. It was going to come out in 2020, but everything that happened.
Right.
It was going to come out last year, but they held on to it because they wanted to make sure more people came out. And yeah.
Motherfuckers really be flying too.
No, yeah. Chris Nolan should have just did that with fucking Tenet. He should have held on to it.
Yeah.
But he got greedy. So that's well, I guess Warner Brothers got greedy. But whatever. Let's see. What else could we go to? Oh, yeah. I'm going to talk about this real fucking quick. It comes with a documentary on Hulu. XXXTentacion. It was called Look at Me. And I got recommended this by my homegirl, Somia. Shout out to her. And she said, yeah, I really recommend you watch this. Now, we talked about this man and his career when he was alive and shit. But the documentary, it was made by it was executive produced by his mother. And it was like this. And I remember the whole way they promoted it by saying you're going to see XXXTentacion as you never saw him before. You're going to make him see him more human and all this other shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I watched that shit and it fucked with me, JC. Like, it really fucked with me. And it was just like, Like, I didn't like it. It pretty much remember what I said. Like, I felt indifferent about him after he died. I felt more that way after watching it. He was not a good person, like at all. And they even talked to the his girlfriend that he abused. Yeah, she was on there, and she literally talked about what happened. And then what made it worse was that his parent, like his mom and his cronies, they all still made excuses for his ass.
So it set out to humanize him, and
it did not work, bro.
Demonized an angel.
Not even an angel, bro. When you watched him, I had an uneasy feeling.
Well, what I'm saying is that in his family's eyes, he's an angel. Mm-hmm. But they set out to humanize their angel. But in retrospect, they just kind of further demonized their.
Dude, when I was watching it, I had an uneasy feeling watching him. Like, you know, when you feel someone's aura or their energy, and you could just feel good. Mm-hmm. Watching him on my screen, I felt like a very dark energy when I looked at him. This motherfucker, like. Dude, it's a very, honestly, I recommend watching it because it's a very fascinating watch.
Okay.
It's a very fascinating watch, and at the end, it's just, and the thing was, like, he never admitted to hitting that woman at all. Because by the end, when he was gonna die, when he was about to die or whatever, leading up to his death, he was making a change for himself. He was fucking meditating, taking deep breaths, and he was telling his followers, like, they're trying to be positive. He doesn't want to be that person no more and shit like that. And I wanted to believe him, but then they showed this one clip from his IG Live where he said, "You guys are no longer my fans. You are my cult." And I'm like, this nigga didn't change.
What kind of shit is that?
He said that from his own mouth. "You are my cult." Of course, of.
Damn. I'm sorry.
"You are my cult."
Somebody did this.
And I saw that. I'm like, he didn't change. This nigga did not change. And then his mom.
Say it from beyond the grave, like, Pac, who killed me? I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gone. And you're my cult. Like, you say it like that?
No. It was on his. He said it on his IG. Like, they got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like they did like some shit like that. Like,
no.
No. Niggas demonized an angel. Shit.
Oh, that's what you thought.
God damn.
You thought they resurrection is.
I mean, you know.
No. Thank God, no.
No, say shit.
No, he said it on his IG Live before he died.
All right,
but he never admitted to hitting that girl. Never, not once. He never took no accountability.
Okay,
yeah, he never took no accountability for what he did. He thought since he changed, and they're like, "Oh, we didn't show scenes of him doing stuff for charity people." I'm like, that doesn't mean shit. He still hit that woman. But when it comes to that musically, he was a really talented person. I'll give you that. He was well on his way to like taking. He could have took Travis's spot. To be honest, he would have been bigger than Travis, in my opinion. Yeah. So, yeah, it just rubbed me the wrong way. Like, whenever you get a chance, or anybody listening to this, watch the documentary. Make up your own mind. If you're a fan of him, you will love it. If you're not, whatever, it's still a very intriguing watch.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. Anyway, anniversary for a classic album dropped a few weeks ago. It's the 20-year anniversary of the Eminem Show. Mm-hmm. Oh man, and I did not know it was the anniversary till like they announced they're gonna release the expanded pack. So I was like, oh shit! So I went back and re-listened to it. That album has aged well, very well. Isn't it like your favorite M album?
This is my favorite name. Yeah. Kind of hard to go back to Marshall Mathers LP.
In this era?
Yeah. I like it. Don't get me wrong, I like it. It's classic. But yeah.
I mean, it's very problematic.
Yeah.
It's a very, very problematic album.
So the Eminem Show's a little safer.
Yeah, he toned it down.
Little toned down toxicness, if you will.
It was toned down for the whole controversy of the Marshmallows LP. He toned it down, and it was his first album without Dre's help. He executive produced the entire album, with the exception of one track. And I felt at the time it was his most complete album, his most successful album. And Yeah, and they released the expanded packs. They had like a whole bunch of. They had Stimulant on there, which I haven't heard. Well, I have it personally because I'm the stan. But they
I could have did without the expanded because I've heard them.
Well, no. But if you're like a stan and you want to put it on playlists and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean I get that.
That one, yeah. The expanded packs. Those are mostly for the hardcore stans because they're gonna release it on vinyls and all types of shit. Because they got like the instrumentals for "Without Me," "Sing for the Moment." So
yeah, but I mean I went to the track list. I'm like, oh, new tracks, and I was like, oh, some new stuff with Yayo, 50 and Banks.
You saw Bump Heads. I knew exactly what that was.
No. I wasn't looking at the titles. I saw the features. I was like, oh, some shit. That's cool. And then I hear DJ Green Lantern, The Invasion.
The Invasion? Oh, man. Oh, man.
You know that meme of the soccer coach when he takes his fucking headphones off in the airplane? Fuck, man. I don't want to hear this shit. Got this shit in my Serato already.
Yeah, and I was also kind of confused. I mean, for me, it was a nostalgia because if y'all were around during that era, the DJ Green Lantern Invasion mixtapes, that was a moment. It was around the time period when Eminem and Shady Records were running shit. Those mixtapes were the shit. But they literally got the DJ Green Lantern rip and they put that on streaming services. And I'm like, y'all got the fucking DJ, the DJ-less version, and you could have put that out there.
Like, all right.
But I mean, hey, fuck it. I mean, if you're a fan, fuck it. Like, you gonna put that on a disc?
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah. If you're a fan, like, run the numbers up for him. Shit, I'm not mad at M for doing it.
Oh yeah,
it was just. I mean, it's an expansion. I'm just saying, from a listener standpoint.
Yeah, for you,
I got the mixtape. Like,
same here.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
if you were,
I grew up on the mixtape. I don't take the DJ part off. That they leave it for me. I'll listen to the mixtape.
Yeah,
you could have told me that.
yeah.
That shit don't sound good on an album when it's just, you know, regular song, and all of a sudden,
Green Lantern.
Like, what the fuck?
But they had Stimulant on there, and Stimulant has not been on streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Even if you had the 8 Mile soundtrack, you had the Shady Aftermath sampler, and it was
the sampler disc.
Yeah, the sampler disc. That was what Stimulant, the Till I Collapse, freestyle by 50.
The Joe Brooklyn,
Joe Beast. Yeah, that was it. And wasn't Game on there too?
No. Not Game. It was not Joe Beast. There's another
I see
rapper.
His name.
I know, because there was Joe Beast, Brooklyn, 50. There's another rapper, if I'm not mistaken.
Sampler. I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
Because it was how we know that, because that was on the disc. It had all the names there.
I don't want to say it was Obi, because Obi was.
It wasn't Obi. It was Obi-Wan. Obi Trice. Obi-Wan. Joe Beast, Brooklyn, and who's it? Oh, Sean? No. Hold up. What's his name? Shanta, thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and Obi Trice was on there for Rap Game.
Yeah.
They didn't put Rap Game on there? Shit. Or Rap Name.
Rap name.
That's why I ain't got no rap name. The name's Obi Trice. Niggas in the street say he Obi Trice. And I came to the game, real name, no gimmicks. That's why I ain't got no. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. Just in case niggas don't believe us. Niggas listen to that fucking sampler disc.
Niggas trying to say that Eminem was the. See, that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't put some respect on Marshall's name because Rap Caviar. Bring y'all asses to the stand.
Somebody did this.
So they did the whole Mount Rushmore shit again. And they had a poll up there that said who were the faces you saw? Kanye, Hove,
and
Wayne. So who should be in the 4th spot? And when I saw it, and it said for the rappers for the 2000s.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I'm like, where's M at? That was literally my first response. It's like, so you guys thought of these 3 people, and you didn't want to put Eminem on there.
M was my first and second response.
Who was the first one?
As I said, M was my first and second.
First and second response. Because Eminem, he was the artist of the decade. From 2000 to 2010.
Which I disagree with. Not because of... I disagree with M. M had a great run in the 2000s.
Yeah.
But if you take everything from that decade, Wayne was the rapper. Now, if you're taking artists...
Yeah.
Okay, I'll like we could have a discussion about artists.
Yeah.
But if we talking about rapper,
I can see why
Wayne was the fucking rapper.
Oh, that's the truth
of the decade.
Then I was just really thinking like, why are y'all making this without M? Because I was going like they had because it was him, Kanye, and it was Hove, Kanye, and Wayne. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh, who should be on here? And I was all going like, why is it M? I was like, why is this on here? If you're gonna have this Mount Rushmore, why M needs to be on here? You need to take someone out. So, of course, I was just typing. I said Wayne, but I didn't really think much of it.
And that's when I wanted to have gunplay with you.
Oh, God.
And I've been waiting.
Because I saw that shit right before 10 o'clock at night. And I said, fuck the Twitter, nigga. I had a tweet ready to, or no, I had a tweet ready. And I think I hit tweet. And I had immediately got off the fucking Twitter. And I went to go call you. And I said, you know what? I'm going to let this nigga live. And I'm going to go to bed.
You smart.
So I'm going to go to sleep.
Because I would have told you, you're right. And then you would have been like, good night.
Nah, because I cussed your ass out and you've been like, you right. And I was like, you motherfucking right I am.
Click.
Fuck wrong with you?
Because I was just tweaking. It was just like, why are y'all having this up here? I was more insulted. Because it was like, why are you having this? Why are you going to disrespect that man? That's why I felt disrespected. Not even as a fan. It's like, are you niggas trying to revise history? Because that's how I feel. Because I was around. I was outside in 2000. I watched MTV and BET. Eminem was dominating from 2000 before his hiatus in 2006. He was dominating the shit.
Yeah. And the reason why, the reason why I say Wayne was the wrong rapper to go at was because, yes, M was dominating that. Wayne, while M was dominating, was slowly building, slowly on the rise. Come up. And then you get to 2003, it's a little quiet. Because it's like, okay, what's going on? But then you gotta remember, there's that conflict of what's going on around Cash Money. Mm-hmm. So there's just a lot of shit going down. But if you pay attention to all that, those squad tapes are going on. Mm-hmm. When Wayne first introduces, because Gunna isn't new to people.
Yeah.
Gunna's been around. So if you're paying attention, Wayne's kind of rebranding after 500 Degrees. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, all right. Then the first Carter drops.
And that made a lot of noise. It's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Like, oh. Because remember, he also had the opportunity to re-up that contract. Mm-hmm. And Rockefeller was on the table, as we know later in hindsight.
Yeah.
But when the Carter drops, Juvie's gone, or at least he drops his last album, Juvie the Great for Cash Money. Mm-hmm. BG's gone, Turk is gone, Manny Fresh is on his way out the building. Yeah. Like, Wayne is literally he's in a position where he's carrying Cash Money. Mm-hmm. Then Dedication drops. And it's like, ooh, wait a minute.
That's when the mixtapes start dropping.
That's when 50 has changed the course of mixtapes. Mm-hmm. Wayne has now inserted himself really in this mixtape shit. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then the Carter 2 drops. And that's at the end of 2005.
And that's when M went on his hiatus.
Right. And so that's when it's like, wait a minute. Mm-hmm. Okay. This is a really, really different Wayne. And then Dedication 2 happens in 2006. And it's like, hold up now. And then remember, while he's doing this, his features are happening. So in the midst of those, Make It Rain, the likes of all those. And he's still doing the Like Father, Like Son the project. Say what you want about Birdman. Yeah. But Wayne is carrying that project and everything else. Then 2007 happens.
And that's Carter 3?
No.
What was
2007 happens where all the leaks happen of the Carter 3.
Yeah, the leaks, yeah.
But Wayne is running wild with features. So much so that there's so much content with the leaks and there's so much content with the features. This nigga does not drop an album. He drops something crazy where it's a 5-track EP literally called The Leak. Yep. And Vibe has no choice but to drop a magazine, an article, a lead fucking headline article, 77 Wayne verses of the year. Mm-hmm.
And we haven't even touched 2009 yet.
And that goes into 2008, which is the Carter 3.
And then 2009 and 10.
And then 2008 is when he brings Drake into the fold. When he brings 2007 is when he. Oh, by the way, 2007, the Drought 3. So in the midst of doing all that, all those, all the leaks and all that shit, the Drought 3 comes out, and then 2008, he's running rampant with that. Then he brings Drake. Nicki's already on the Drought 3. Then Tyga comes into the fold. So now he's done all that. Then 2009, he's on the tour. And then he finally completes the roster of Young Money.
By 2010.
They end 2009 with We Are Young Money.
And there it is.
That was Wayne's
decade. Now, I want to bring. I was thinking about that list. Now I'm talking about Jay-Z in 2000. I'm trying to think, how was he? Yeah, he was the artist of 2000s. Other 2000s with Blueprint, with Black Album, then the fucking
American Gangster. So I have no problem with
American Gangster.
But he retired. So that's why if anybody wanted to question it, I'm cool with it. But he had 3 classics in that decade, so I'm not upset with it.
Okay, and then
the only reason why I say put Kanye on the voting, Kanye deserves to be on there.
Yeah.
The only reason why I say put Kanye as the oddball out to be on the voting is because Kanye's debut came out in 2004.
But what about his production though? His production was on Blueprint.
But as far as everybody else goes, everybody else is up there because they're rapping.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah, great point. Anyway, that was just a stupid ass shit. It was like, no. And then when you looked at the voting, they had M on there, which was clear, but they had T.I., 50, Nas, which I was just like, I guess. I mean,
I'm not putting Nas on.
I'm not putting, and I love Nas, but no. And who else was on there? It was 50. It was M, 50, Nas,
you know a name
and
they
T.I.
missed. You know a name they missed.
Who?
Missy Elliott.
In the 2000s?
Think about that. Missy Elliott had a great decade.
She did. From 2000, but she stopped though. And like by 2005, 2006, she kind of got quiet.
Yeah, but I think she even had one final push in 2007, if I'm not mistaken.
That Pharrell record? I thought that was in like 2011-ish.
Yeah, but the cookbook was 2005. I think she had one final push, not an album, but I think she still had a couple pushes.
Yeah, but I think that was in like.
But she has still done enough because of all because where I go off of is now. It may be technical because you may say I just said no to Kanye because of the production, but I'm talking about overall entertainment value because of because of the music videos that came with her raps.
True.
And that also put on a lot of people with that.
Sierra and all that.
So there are some visuals that came with it and her features as well. So she was active in that realm as well.
The 2000s were just different. They should have had Nelly on that if you really want to think about it.
Should have Ludacris on the list.
Shit. They really should have Nelly on that shit.
I mean, like I said, honorable mention. Ludacris definitely could have been a voting on there.
Nelly could have, yeah.
I would put it not in the same category because Kanye had a bigger influence, but in terms of starting that decade and at the same time, put Jeezy on there.
Yeah.
Jeezy had a great, even though he started in 2005, Jeezy had a great 2000s.
Yeah. Those were great days. Those were great years.
There was a lot of great rappers that, you could have put in the poll. I was good with who they ended up with, but in terms of honorable mention,
Nelly.
Ludacris had a great 2000s.
Nelly had a great 2000s. Jeezy, as you said. I feel like I'm missing somebody else. 50. I mean,
yeah.
What can you say about 50? I mean, like
One thing I didn't like about what people were saying about 50 though was that they said, "Oh well, I mean, you could put 50, but we all know that 50 was a result of M." No. G Unit, M's impact went straight to G Unit, and what I mean by that is there's no disrespect to Banks, Buck and Yayo and all them, but 50's numbers was going to do 50's numbers. And what I mean by that is go back and listen to Wankster. That shit was done by the time it got to M. The video was done. M's not in the video. A lot of people don't know this. It's not the same G-Unit crew, all 100% that's in that video. It's Bang'em Smurf and Domination that's included in that shit.
I think they did film the video because the 8 Mile single was in there.
No, I know, but it was done because it wasn't even properly mixed.
You
see what I'm saying? It was included on 8 Mile.
The song. You're talking about the song.
Everything that was... it was all produced before it got to M.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is... That wheel for 50...
It was turning.
It was up to M to get on it and help catapult it. But 50 was coming regardless.
Yeah,
Now, as a result of what took place with G-Unit after, that was M and Dre's influence.
Yeah.
But 50 was happening whether M and Dre got on that or not.
Yeah.
So... That's why 50 deserved to be on that poll.
50 was a storm.
Yeah.
That you need, and he was just one hot single away.
Right.
That's why I remember I reading a report. I remember like Irv Gotti said it. Like Jay-Z was the only one who saw the storm coming. Like, y'all better get ready because 50 Cent's coming.
Yeah.
And then in the club happened. And the rest is history.
Yeah.
Oh man. Good times. Man, it was like that year, those 10 years, it was M, 50, Luda, Nelly.
That 2003 was crazy. I remember 2003 like yesterday because 2003 was my 8th grade year, so I graduated middle school that year. 2003 was nuts musically.
Dropped in 2003.
They pushed Get Rich or Die Trying up by 4 days.
I remember that
because the shit leaked.
Still
went and did 860,000 first week, then did like another 859 second week.
And the shit sold out in the Bay. I'll never forget listening to fucking 94.9 or KML, and they said, yeah, this album is literally sold out in the Bay. Like, it's nowhere in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Everybody had that album.
Ludacris dropped that year.
Was it Chicken and Beer? No. Back for the First Time?
Whatever was... So you bought...
That was Chicken and Beer. That was when College Dropout dropped. So
then whatever was the one before
it was
that.
Southern Hospitality.
That was his debut.
That was his debut. No, that was Back for the First Time. Southern Hospitality was the second one.
No, Southern Hospitality was his debut. That was 2001. That was 2000 or 2001.
Yeah, you right on that one. Let me look. And then now I'm curious. That was man. I'm just thinking about all that shit.
Hove dropped.
But Black Album?
Mercy dropped. Yeah, Beg for Mercy dropped. Chingy dropped. Word of Mouth dropped. No. Chingy dropped 2003.
No, Chicken and Beer did drop in 2003.
Yeah, then it was Chicken and Beer.
Yeah.
Chingy dropped right there in 2003. I'm trying to think R&B who got it in. Wayne Wonder dropped No Letting Go.
Yuck, man, probably dropped that year.
Oh, yeah, that was Ignition. That was the Ignition year.
Oh, no.
Damn. You couldn't escape that fucking song.
You could not escape that.
Could not escape that. That was the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, fucking shit.
Yeah.
Give me some yucks.
Yeah. Look, it's disgusting, but know your history. I'm not talking to you, but the people. Yeah, the people know. It's disgusting, but you can't erase history.
You can't. That happened.
That happened.
I was there.
I watched. Not only was I there, I was sneaking grinds in at that middle school dances.
Middle school dance. They played those records.
Oh yeah.
Hot and Her. Fucking man. 2000s, man. Like, that was damn 20 years ago, man. Eminem Show was everywhere. That's what I'm saying about the Eminem Show is like that record was everywhere. And then I'm not even talking about 8 Mile came out that year.
2002.
You right?
And it's 2002.
Still, it was still riding the wave.
Records were playing, yeah.
Obi
Trice dropped 2003.
Cheers. Oh man, that's an underrated album. I need to go back and listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Snoop was getting ready. He didn't drop RNG, but I believe Drop It Like It's Hot.
No, it was Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, he was still promoting Paid the Cost.
Paid the Cost to Be the Boss.
He was still promoting that. Pharrell dropped Frontin'.
Mm-hmm. Man.
2003 was incredible musically.
The early 2000 years, man. You remember when Diddy was working with them fucking making the band and shit like that? And,
yeah.
Oh, man. Good times. Music was musicking. Hip-hop was in a great spot. Hip-hop, pop, all of it was just clicking. TRL was still on. 106 in Park. You kids don't know nothing about that now. On your TikToks and phones and shit now.
Yo, remember everybody used to think Al Shearer's name was really Hits from the Street. It was. They didn't think it was the show.
Oh wow!
They really thought that nigga's name was Hits from the Street.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, no, that's the show's name. That nigga's name is Al Shearer.
Remember when BT would have those countdowns, those rapper celebrity countdowns and shit?
Yeah.
Like my artist, like top 25, and they'll host it and show their favorite videos and shit for like 2 hours.
They would only show like 5 videos because the niggas would just be talking the whole fucking time.
Yeah, 5 videos at a time, man. Oh man, that was good. Good time.
Rap City was actually Rap City. Niggas had to go on there with bars
and show their freestyles.
Cameron had the best freestyle. Nigga went on there, was freestyling, was counting money.
I remember that's how I realized 50 Cent wasn't a good freestyle when I saw him on Rap City.
That's when you realized the nigga was a bully.
Yeah.
That nigga's whole act was a bully.
Yeah.
And I did not care. Yeah. Oh, the nigga can't freestyle? Oh, I don't care. He'll still shoot you.
Yup. Get Rich or Die Trying. That was a wave, man.
Me and Mark were talking about that. They put up shout out to Mark. They put a poll up yesterday or the day before. Mm-hmm. They just put a random bunch of albums that had red backdrops.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that one.
One of them was Eminem Show.
I saw that.
One of them was It's Dark and Hell is Hot. It wasn't like classic albums like
just
per se. It was just a bunch of red backdrops. Of course, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, but there was one, and it was like you can only pick one. And I was like, fam, I'm going to pick the album that had me questioning how far a motherfucker was willing to go when it came to beef, just off of one fucking bar. If you were smart, you'd be shooking me. Cause I get tired of looking for you, spray your mama crib and let your ass look for me.
Look for me. Nuts.
It's 19 years later and I still listen. I told Mark, it's 19 years later, I still listen to that shit. Like, dude, like, dog, we can't sit at a table and try to find peace. Like, there's no option.
Dude, I went back and listened to the Eminem Show for the first time in a long time. Even though if you look on my title shit, it had Kendrick and it had M, because I was really just reflecting on M's catalog. But I was listening to the Eminem Show for the first time in a long time, and a lot of them lyrics came back to me like nothing. It kind of scared me how much I knew of Soldier and shit.
And the way Doggy Style comes back to me, huh?
Yeah. Like that when he said, pistol whipping motherfucking bounces 6'2". Who needs bullets? As soon as I pull it, you sweat bullets. Like, what? He wrote all that. Like, how did you write that? Because I'm a thug with a little bit of Pac influence. Like, he's... Marshall Matters, man. And don't ever disrespect that man. Like, fucking Game. Once again, this motherfucker cannot keep his Marshall Matters name out of his mouth. He was on the, what? Not Up in Smoke. All the Smoke? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the All the Smoke podcast.
All the Smoke podcast. And still, for whatever reason, brought out M and said Eminem does not get played in no clubs. Which was funny. Because I was at the bar. They did play him. They played Forgot About Dre.
Oh, boy.
That was funny. That... I swear to God, that happened. They played that record, and I wasn't even thinking about that. And I was like, wow. And then it was funny because Eminem fans went on Twitter and they started showing all clips of Eminem's music getting played at other establishments all around the world.
Yeah.
He's really trying to bait M. And I really, really hope M doesn't respond, but he's going to. But yeah, whatever. Yeah. It's just sad. That's just sad. And he also announced...
Man, nigga out here doing TikTok videos and shit. I mean, like, you know.
Game?
Oh, I sent it to you in text.
That was Game?
You didn't watch the video?
No. What was it?
It's him doing a fucking TikTok dance. Moving his hips. Hips, legs, and body. I mean, he wasn't doing it to that song, but, you know.
Might as well.
Yeah, might as well have.
Yeah, him and Hit Boy announced a new
album.
album.
Doing a sensual blood dance. Shit, I don't know.
Anyway, him and Hit Boy announced a new album, Drillmatic. It's gonna be 30 fucking tracks. Heart and Mind.
Damn. I'm sorry.
I don't mean Hit Boy executive produced it. I mean, it's Game. Game has not dropped a bad album. But 30 tracks.
You.
Well, what was his worst album? LAX.
Fam.
LAX, right?
I didn't like 1992.
Oh, yeah. That's it. But
I didn't like how Jesus Piece was mixed.
Yeah, at least this wasn't a bad album though. Those weren't bad albums. I just don't go back to them.
I qualify that as a bad album. The fuck? The fuck?
No bad albums. I just don't go back to them.
I can't tell you one fucking bar off of 1992.
Yeah.
I played 1992 and I left that shit in 1984.
Yeah. Whatever. I remember I did recently. It wasn't like this recent, but I think it was probably like a few months back. I listened to not Deeper Than Rap. His last one.
I know what you're talking about.
The pregnant shit. The original Drake cover.
Do you see what this nigga has come to, man? We won't even remember songs. We remember the fucking cover.
And I called it the Drake cover. The original Drake cover. Because all the chicks were pregnant.
Yeah.
That's a damn shame, because he is a great rapper, man. But why does he keep doing this, man? I mean, Kendrick shouted you out on his song, what's it, Black Boy Fly, man. He looked up to you.
Greatest weirdo rapper probably in the history.
No, there's other weirdos. There's other weirdo rappers. Kanye's weird.
He ain't this.
Yeah, he knows when to shut the fuck up.
I mean, Kanye's out there, don't get me wrong, but, you know.
He knows when to shut up.
But you can... I'm not gonna say you can kind of defend, but, you know...
You can find ways to defend Kanye. You cannot defend what Game is doing.
There's no defending this.
When Kanye comes out and when Game said, like, Kanye did more for me than Dre, and Kanye even said, yeah, I wouldn't have said that.
Yeah, it's like, do you know what Kanye's going through in life, my nigga? And he telling you to shut the fuck up? Like, what are you talking about, bro?
That's just, yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, I mean, I'll listen, but
whatever.
I don't know, bro. Like, I find out more and more about Game's background, and I'm like, nah.
It just makes you just depleted, because then you just look at documentary in disgust. Like,
I mean, I just, even though I love documentary, I'm not gonna lie to you. I always knew he was a liar.
Good one at that.
Come on, man. I'm not stupid.
An habitual liar.
I'm not stupid, dog. I woke up out that coma in 2001.
About the same time that Drake dropped 2001.
No,
that shit
nigga,
dropped in 1999.
That was 2 years ago. Like, you're a fucking liar.
About the same time, so you...
No, the nigga was getting off tour in 2001. What are you talking about? You're a fucking liar.
Fucking... And let's not forget the infamous words... Shit up, Dad. The marathon continues.
Little nigga didn't say that shit.
I can't believe he wrote that. He really wrote that and left it there.
Yeah, but I got people, I know of people that went to high school with him. He didn't have a scholarship to Washington State.
I mean, obviously. Even I could have told you that.
No, but I'm saying, like, he said that gangbanging got in the way.
Yeah.
They said he was a crumper.
Yeah, so
they said legitimately they said one of the cats he said okay, so like I'm putting it in this way. Mm-hmm. This nigga said, I woke up out that slumber in 2005 and I was shocked this nigga was on my TV in 2005.
So
that's how was his experience with JC because he's like, this nigga was a crumper and a dancer when we was in school. You wasn't no gangbanger. He didn't even play basketball like that.
Drink some water.
Oh, yeah. That is powerful niggardry at work, yeah.
I'm just saying, you know. I'm not mad at it, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, hey, you know, Big Face 100, you know, got some credence to this story, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
You know? That's all I'm saying.
Kendrick Lamar's going on tour. Just change this subject.
There's only so much JC you can talk about after a while, and
then it just takes the energy out. It's just like
you just become exhausted because it's gonna become more and more. You end up down a fucking rabbit hole, and then you're gonna want to watch that video, and you know, hips, legs, and blooding. Speaking of all that shit, side note. Why did Sci-Hi do that shit?
So Kendrick Lamar,
Sci-Hi,
it's going on tour.
Sci-Hi released
no
one of my top 5 albums in 2017.
I know.
and that nigga heard one beat that we all heard.
I didn't watch it.
But then he rapped to another beat that only he heard in the aux. And shout out to Sherelle. Sherelle tweeted me and was like, nah, that nigga hears something else. I said, oh yeah, nah, he rapping to a whole other beat, but that nigga clearly heard Made You Look in his head. Do you want to hear how bad it is?
Sure.
It's horrible.
I know. Because they keep trying to change the subject.
It's fucking horrible.
Like, oh yeah.
Why did Sci-Hi do this shit? I was sick to my fucking stomach.
Fucking sick.
Like, why did he do this?
And he was dissing Joe Budden.
I wasn't even upset that he dissed Budden.
Like, but for why?
Like, I was like, bro, like, why would you do this?
Because he's nuts? Because he's dumb? I don't know. You gonna play it, huh?
Niggas look at me like it's a god, huh?
You the man. That's a good beat.
Niggas even go to synagogue, yeah, just to pray on my downfall. I get aggravated with salt. Maybe fuck around and catch an aggravated assault. Joe Budden, why you got so much hate in your heart? They gon' let you fuck around and make hate in the art. I don't see much time I can waste on that mark. Yeah, and please say the remarks, cause your radio personality.
Yeah, he heard Make You Look.
Come and see me in person, nigga. Virtual reality. I'm a bird.
Move this man.
He has an EP coming, apparently.
He need to go back and he need to make sure the engineer gets that shit on beat.
Because I was
metronome's working, make sure all that shit.
I was visualizing.
That can't be the same nigga that did No Dope on Sunday.
That can't be the same nigga on So Appalled.
They can't be.
This nigga was feeling himself. So see, niggas that are around Kanye, they start feeling themselves and start thinking that they're Kanye. Game thinking he's Kanye. Shy thinks he's Kanye. Everyone just gets more. I know Kanye gives you guys like, strength and confidence, but it's strength and confidence for him, not you. So like I said, Kendrick Lamar is about to go on tour. But first, shout out to Kendrick. He had the #1 album. 200, but them numbers, I hate talking numbers on here.
I enjoy them when we talk about them in proper context.
Yeah.
So let's talk about them in proper context.
He was expected to sell a lot more.
So I don't believe he flopped.
Oh, no.
Because when a motherfucker comes out here and drops The Heart Part 5, which has never been traditionally a part of his albums. Mm-hmm. It's not released as a traditional single. Mm-hmm. There's no marketing for flyers, posters. There's no physical copies.
They did not want it to leak.
Then there's really no budget in terms of promotion. So I don't call that a flop. Now, projections.
They project
in terms of a 5-year wait. In terms of how people view Kendrick, and in terms of what was produced. Now, I celebrate the fact that he had the #1, and I celebrate. There's conflicting because I didn't see the confirmation of the numbers. What was it? Was it 287 or was it 295?
It was 295 officially.
Okay. So it's 295,000, which is great. It's the highest selling rap album of this year. Mm-hmm. Now, again, I'm not going to call it a flop. But if you're saying you're smoking on top 5s, did it underperform?
That number was shocking to me. Because it was like, wait, Apple Music and Spotify crashed when that shit dropped. I saw it. It crashed. Yeah. And that's never happened with Drake or Kanye or any of these other, like, top artists and shit like that. So I'm thinking he's for sure going to sell like over 300, 400, maybe a little bit higher. But I was like, that shit crashed. And you telling me he broke all these streaming records and shit and you only sold 295,000? Shit that didn't add up to me.
Yeah.
That's like, did somebody from They listen to Auntie Diaries and didn't like what he said? Like, no, make them go down. That was weird to me. And I'm not saying that's an excuse. I was shocked. I was like, wait, what?
Well, okay, so let's try to add some reasoning. When he did To Pimp a Butterfly,
That was...
I believe that was 3/16
yeah.
first week.
Yeah.
I remember that did have physical copies. Mm-hmm. And remember, that shit was on the verge of leaking because they fucked up the date.
Fucked it up, yeah.
So they had to kind of rush that one out. That was 3/16, but then Damn went and did 359.
Did 600 first week.
Damn
did 600. That was his highest one. Because they had physicals. That's why it leaked, remember?
But that was a bundle, right? That was including the bundle.
I guess, yeah.
So if not included, because it's not including the bundle, that was just based off of 359, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. So just with the bundle. All I'm doing, you could be right. Mm-hmm. All I'm doing, the only reason I'm saying that is because this album sonically is more in line with To Pimp a Butterfly, just because it's not. Mm-hmm. Damn is more in line with Good Kid, Mad City. It's got those, radio type hits.
Yeah.
This was more in line with Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
So when people heard it, I was confused why people kept trying to push it higher in terms of sales, because I'm like, it ain't got those radio hits, so why are you guys doing that?
Yeah, because of the...
I just didn't want to be that asshole that was like trying to because again, my review was my review.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to try to be that asshole. It was like, not only is my review this, I'm going to try to get it to not sell like that, because it's like, okay, well, I mean, if you want to, but this ain't that album. You know what I mean? So
and he purposely made it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that understanding, I could see it going down, and I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah.
However, not touching 300,
it was like there.
A little concerning.
It was
just a little.
It was just still wild to me. Like, how the hell you crash Apple Music? Like, this is where these streaming shits come in. How the hell you crash Apple and Spotify? And it seemed like everybody was listening to that album that the whole world was listening to that album, and you only sell that much. That's where it was just like, something's not adding up here. But that's just me. Maybe it's just my timeline. Maybe it was like, because he was a worldwide trending topic and all that shit. #1 trending topic. And you're telling me you only sold that much?
But it's also a testament to the fact that, once again, motherfuckers be lying. So I didn't trust it. And I'm not saying you were lying. Mm-hmm. You liked the music. You like it how you liked it. You received it. Yeah. I protected your right to like it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? But when motherfuckers come out here and they're just like, within an hour, oh, it's perfection. I'm like, you came out and you said, I'm going to lay on this music for a while. You came out, when a motherfucker came out and was like, oh no, this is a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, and you had 45 minutes to listen to this shit. No, I don't trust you. Because you had to unwind this shit.
Yeah.
So that's the result of that.
And then
because I know there was people that fronted on that, did it for that, and didn't go back to the album just because they were scared to go to their timeline and not be authentic with their review.
That's why reviews. That's why reviews. Because I remember I wrote reviews for like rap albums a lot back in the day, and I was gonna write one for To Pimp a Butterfly. I'll never forget this. When it dropped, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to really sit on this before I write my review. And then I got discouraged from writing that review when I started seeing people writing their reviews literally like 24 hours after the shit dropped, and I'm like, there's no way you could write this type of review for this album after 24 hours. What? I'm like, this is where we at in the game now? We have to write one-day reviews for albums?
Yeah.
Fuck that. I remember before I wrote my review for Good Kid, Mad City, I sat on that shit for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks before that shit came out. I went and
replayed it. But that's also why I was giving responses, and I was giving my responses off my reactions. It wasn't my final
grade.
I was just like, okay, not really feeling off it, but he gets the benefit of the doubt, so I'm going to go back again and play it again to see how it sounds in this setting.
Yeah, this setting.
Okay, it sounds this way in this setting.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm going to give it another test in this setting.
Yeah.
Okay, it sounds like this. Now I need to give it a final, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kept going back. You were getting my responses in real time, but they weren't my final grade.
Yeah.
Those are the type that I feel are authentic in itself, too, because, okay, I feel one way this day, but I could change it. When motherfuckers were literally coming out and they were like, this is the grade after an hour. No. Because I have, like, I'm cool with people reserving their right to change. It's just a reaction.
Yeah.
But when you come out and you say, this is my stamp after 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
You're just trying to, at that point, you're...
Like I said, Drake got the charts. Kendrick got the critics.
Yeah.
He really got the critics. Niggas were giving him 5 stars literally off jump. I looked at his Metacritic. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
That's what I was telling you. I was like, no, I'm not trusting this shit. And then when it went down to 89%, I was like, okay. I can work with that.
Yeah.
I'd like to deal with a 10% margin of error. Mm-hmm. Meaning that if I think something is a 91%, I can deal with it going upwards to, okay, this is a bona fide classic, or it could go downwards to maybe even as low as an 80%.
I just remember when I first heard Damn, I'm like, I know exactly what the fuck I heard. Boom. That was that one.
Yeah, and I remember coming on here saying, I don't know if this is going to age into a classic, but I fuck with it, and I like it. Mm-hmm. And he shot this right through the roof. It's cool. And I remember even comparing it to
the dunk.
This is Vince Carter when he stuck his fucking elbow through the rim, and you're like, oh, that was dope. And then you go back and listen, and you're like, wait, did this nigga just... And then you replay it over, and you're like, hey, yo, wait a minute, what the fuck?
So what are you calling this album, Mr. Morale?
This is a top-off.
The top-off? What do you mean? This is like a two-hand dunk?
This is literally this is literally Vince Carter. This is his catalog is Vince Carter's dunk contest.
Yeah.
This is when Vince Carter's final dunk, when he just ran up, just like dunked it, and got like a 45 or some shit. And it's like, because at this point it's like, what else does he need to do for me? I come on here and I said I didn't explain this at the end of the last pod, and that's why people said they appreciated my review, but they thought I was too harsh, but they also said, some people were like, I get it though.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, yeah, because when you grade those who are up in contention for the greatest of all time,
you have to.
When you critique, it sounds like it's harsh when you don't give them the praise that other people think that they should get. Mm-hmm. So what I mean by that is, but I had said this all 2021. Kendrick doesn't have to give me a classic on this album. Mm-hmm. He's legacy in my eyes. Mm-hmm. So he could have gave me a fucking album that was a D. It wouldn't have changed anything to me. I still view him as one of the greats. So whether he's top 10, top 5, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
To be named with one of the greats, you're there.
Yeah.
So it doesn't change anything. Like, okay, he dropped something that I'm not going to go back to on a day-to-day basis. Mm-hmm. Do you see his fucking catalog? I have four, maybe even 5 of them if I count
Overly Dedicated.
I got all the motherfuckers I can go back to. This was something that was personal for him. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. Salute to him. I'm proud. Remember, I said sonically this isn't for me, but I'm proud of him that he chose to do something for himself. He deserves to do that for himself. Mm-hmm. Well, you don't owe me shit.
He gives leeway for that. He gave us, like you said, 5 albums worth of just classic shit.
Yeah.
So if he wanted to do a personal project for himself, because he was like I said, I'm fucked up. Like, I stayed in the house, I did this, did that. I gotta do something internally for me. I'm about to leave my label. I'm about to go on my own shit. I need to get this shit out now.
Right.
Yeah, you can't be mad at him about that.
And so, my final grade at, basically happened just under a month. I go back and forth. Again, it depends on where I'm listening. It goes anywhere from good to great. So that goes anywhere from a 3.5 out of 5 to a 4 out of 5. It can go anywhere in between.
And that's a good scale.
It's a good scale.
Like, everything, his whole scale is from like 5s or 4.5s.
Yeah. Everything from Kendrick before this was literally in the fucking high 80s to a fucking classic. like
what other rapper has that?
Yeah.
Besides Kanye.
Yeah, so what I'm telling people now is, okay, now I have an album that he gave me, which his floor is a 70 and his ceiling is an 80. Mm-hmm. Okay, like this was an album where I think it would probably be the best to do it, because this is an album where he's telling people he's human. Mm-hmm. He's not a savior.
Somebody said this flat out on a review I read, and he said flat out, while Drake and Kanye were stroking their egos and J. Cole is just focused on being the best technical rapper out there, the king, who was Kendrick Lamar, I'm paraphrasing, the king who was Kendrick, just decided to burn his crown and just say that I am human and I am not your savior. Mm-hmm. That's what Mr. Morale was. I'm not the king. Like, it was like that. It was like from Mean Girls when he broke the crown when she broke the crown and gave it to everybody.
Yeah,
that's what he did. Like, stop fucking looking at me like this.
Yeah,
Which
I took it like that. The problem was, though, I know exactly where the problem lies with other people. Mm. They heard smoking on your top 5, and they expected this to be that. They expected a whole lot of songs to be about smoking top.
Like he was just gonna be rippity rapping.
That's
throughout
what
the
they,
entire
That's
shit.
what they thought it was.
After you heard Family Ties, after you heard that verse, I can see why people thought that.
Right, and when
I gotcha.
Yeah, when they didn't get it, it was.
I will say this though: when I was in the bar or the club, bar, whatever the kids call it these days, lounges. What do we call those now? I don't even call it the club. Like bars that have music blasting and shit.
I just go to day parties, bro.
But even then, day parties, whatever, die hard over the system and with women dancing, that's a vibe, bro. Yeah. Oh man, hearing it in the speakers when the DJ mixed it in, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna be the song of the summer. Like that's like a day party song of the summer.
It's gonna be a song to play in the summer.
Oh yeah.
Future and Drake so far got.
Oh yeah, wait for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they dropped a video for the Jack Harlow record.
That's all.
Yeah, at the Kentucky Derby.
They also dropped a record for Post Malone and Roddy's song.
Oh yeah, Post Malone about to drop an album this week.
Yep.
That's kind of weird how people are quiet about that. I'm excited.
I'm excited about that one.
Yeah. But yeah,
Chris Brown announced he's dropping.
Oh yeah.
Technically, June 24th. But because we on the west side, when it hits that 9 p.m., it's still my birthday.
Hey,
happy birthday to me, motherfucker.
Yep.
I get New Breezy on my birthday.
And it'll be like 50 songs, but JC won't care.
No, it's 18.
Wow, that's another round of applause. That's a
I'm a little disappointed. I want a playlist. I'm disappointed, man. I want another playlist. But if you listen to We, the single, have you heard it?
I've heard parts of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, I've heard it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I text Rossi. I said, brother.
Oh, happy birthday, Rossi.
Yeah, happy birthday to Rossi.
Belated birthday.
I text Rossi. I said, brother, just let you know right now, that album technically drops on my birthday. And I'm probably going to be live texting you during my birthday when that album drops. He said, don't worry about that. Just text me when you start listening, and we're going to do it together. I said, say less.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't do a live texting when Kendrick dropped. I needed my alone time. And then when you text me the McNulty, I just text you back, classic.
Well, I would have started texting you, and then as soon as that shit would have started, I'd be like, oh, session over, bro.
Like, I have to think about this.
Session over. This ain't no group therapy.
This ain't no group therapy. So what was the first time you fucked a wife?
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah,
First time I fucked a white bitch, I listened to Kevin Samuels.
My homeboy hella laughed at that first time I fucked a white bitch. I watched Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Oh nah, but I'm about to say Kendrick's going on tour with Mr. Around the
with PG Lane.
Well, yeah, with what's his name, Baby Keem, and who's the other dude's name? We both got our phones up like, hydrate.
Tana Leon.
There you go. His album was decent, by the way.
Yeah, it was
Very decent. But yeah, it's called Can You Help Mr. Morale Get Out the Middle, Get Out the Box. That's the whole concept.
Dreezy and Hit Boy dropped an album. Called that shit Hit Girl. And boy, 12 tracks of just fuego.
Hit Boy's production.
I ain't heard one bad fucking project from Dreezy ever. Dreezy could fucking rap.
She could spit.
And she could sing.
One of them hybrids?
You've heard Dreezy before.
Yeah, I've heard of her. Yeah. I haven't really listened to her like that.
Dreezy just be rapping. She just be rapping, man. That's what I like about Dreezy. Lotto
can spit.
Lotto just be rapping. You know what I'm saying? There's just a nice...
I like women that just be rapping.
It's a nice group of women that just be rapping, just be doing their thing. I like that. I appreciate that. There's actually one out here in the Bay.
Really?
Duchess Duh. She got a joint out here.
Duchess Duff.
Called I'm Out Here.
I'm really out here, my nigga.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I heard this shit and I was like, oh, this actually sounds good for the summertime.
Sounds like summer music.
Yeah. Give everybody a snippet. Give her a shout out.
Hey.
Yeah, nah. Something about just rappers in general. But when a FMC got real nice
Bars.
but when she got real good breath control, like she knows what she's doing behind a microphone,
Yeah.
really catches your attention. Because that's not something that is easily instinctive.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody, and men either. You know what I'm saying? Like, that has to be instinct.
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah. Shout out to Duchess Duff.
She fire.
Yeah.
She fire.
But yeah, Dreezy came out. Dreezy dropped one. Like I said, that Dreezy's album is a hit, girl. And we're going to dive into that one real quick, bro. Because I fucked with Hit Girl.
Yeah. A lot of albums. I think ever since Kendrick dropped, people are kind of slowly, putting their feet back in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they got Future on here. I'm not going to play the Future record. I'm going to play you the record that I like Coi Leray in spurts.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm not mad at Coi Leray.
She's like a feature artist, pretty much, that you can
I can take her as a solo artist just in spurts. I'm like, I haven't tried listening to her album, so I would have to. I'm a hold reservation.
Yeah.
But with this track with her, Balance My Lows, I'm not mad at this record. This shit came on and I turned the shit up. I want to hear this shit during the summer.
Oh, she has a voice for that. Oh yeah, she does. I'll give you that. She does have like a good voice.
Yeah.
And Hit Boy did the entire album. This boy just be adapting to anything, dog.
Exactly.
That's why I say I want M to work with Hit Boy, man. Like I could really see him working with M and having him drive him, like, because he knows how to get the artists and he knows how to have them. He did it to Nas.
And I've been waiting.
Did it for Nas. Did it for Dom Kennedy. Did it for Drizzy. Yeah, I want Hit Boy just to go to Detroit, lock him away. Yeah, just push out records.
And one thing I like about Drizzy, she's tapped in. So we were talking about Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had the gall. 21 Questions.
Really?
Did her own rendition.
Her own rendition of 21 Questions.
Yeah. That's what I like when artists, are able to tap in, because 21 Questions is technically our old school now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
But taps into what goes on with her. Again, it's not necessarily stuff I'm going to relate to.
Yeah.
And necessarily rap along with. But if you can take a spin on it.
Yeah.
And go about it in a way where it's believable to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are questions that you're gonna legitimately ask from a man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rock with it. And that's what she was doing. Shout out to Dreezy, man. I really fuck with Dreezy. I have not heard one bad project from this woman.
Shit. Oh yeah, Joey Badass is gonna drop his shit.
He is.
2000, right?
Yeah.
Wow, his sequel to 1999.
Yeah. And that nigga coming back. He coming back, bruh. They all coming back. They all coming back.
3.
They all coming
Season
back.
2.
They all coming back.
The Big Rich Town universe.
They hustling, baby.
And I've been waiting, baby.
August 17th, August 14th, one of them August days.
Yep. Have to wait long, man. We in June, what, we're 2 months away?
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, after that, when that ends, then we get season 3 of book 2.
Yep.
BMF coming back.
I don't know. Lil Meech got.
Oh, I was about to bring that up. Yeah, man.
Lil Meech got hit with a watch case.
Yeah, it's facing what, 30 years in prison?
I don't know, but shit. They swooped him up. Was like, we got to finish season 2.
Yeah.
Niggas really running like the original BMF.
Why did he do that?
I don't know. Shit. They got Monique though.
Monique going to war with fucking D.L. Hoogie. You see that shit?
She said, I got paperwork, nigga.
Why is she still beefing with me?
I got paperwork, nigga.
She just got back when she getting cool with Lee Daniels again. She's getting back in Hollywood, and then she still feel like she's a shit.
Queens of comedy versus kings of comedy.
I mean, I guess.
Oh yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
What I do know is the NBA Finals is around the corner, and
what I do know is I hope that Rapture hits right before. If you're listening, God, help! Help!
Yeah, if y'all don't know, if you live on the rock, by the time y'all hear this, we'll be well into the NBA Finals with the Golden State Warriors against the Boston Celtics.
Help!
JC, who's a Laker fan, doesn't want to see neither happen, so he wants Bane to show up.
This is by far living hell. Outside of, real life. Real life living hell. This is a living hell.
Yeah, I mean...
This NBA Finals is Darth Vader walking through the hood. Your fucking hood and just snapping necks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is fucking hell on earth.
I mean, for you, for me, this is entertainment. So...
Why?
No. Just I want to see the matchup. Just the matchup. I know for you, I don't know about you. But it's just a matchup. See if the Warriors are going to do it again. See if Celtics could get it. Shit.
For what, though? They fan bases is disgusting varmints. They're evil. They diseases to the planet. You ain't ever seen the Agent fucking Smith in Matrix?
You talk about both fan bases?
Yeah. The fan bases are a disease to this planet.
I'm sick of this.
I need the codes. I need to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, once upon a time, I want to explain to you. Once upon a time.
Oh, shit.
There was a time when Kobe Bryant was going after his 5th championship. And I had Warriors fans at my house. And a couple of these motherfuckers was not only rooting for the Celtics, but they was in Celtics garn. Not because they liked the Celtics.
They just wanted y'all to lose.
But because they were going against Lakers. Mm-hmm. You don't have to take my word for it. Mm-hmm. You can ask Martine. Martine was there with me. This is Game 7. He saw it with his own eyes.
The 2010?
The 2010 NBA Finals. He came over my crib to watch what became the Lakers' 5th championship in, 7, 8 years? I forget. But Kobe's 5th one?
Yeah.
Yeah. We watched it together with my fam. This happened. You can talk to brother Jason Maples, Coach Maples of NBA Twitter. Mm-hmm. He was in downtown Oakland when disgusting ass vermin Warriors fans showed up in Paul Pierce jerseys at bars everywhere in downtown Oakland, rooting against Lakers. You can ask my man's Dakari, who was there, who saw these bewildered beast creatures. And now all of a sudden,
I'm tired of all y'all bitch ass.
Now all of a sudden, these same Warriors fans are on social media putting created pictures of Celtics mascot Lucky with a Lakers jersey on it, talking about, we know how it's going. Lakers fans really hate us so much that they gonna jump over and root for the Celtics. And it's like, nigga, don't make us pull the Polaroids out. We have the footage. Don't tag us.
See,
don't do it.
See, there's one person I know.
Do not do that.
I have a friend I know.
It was before. Go on. I don't want me to cut you off. I just want to get to it. Okay. Don't make us do it. Because it wasn't but 12 years ago. You motherfuckers was out here, and it was 12 years a switcheroo, like it was motherfucking 12 years a slave.
Sheesh.
So I'm just saying.
I know you just saying.
Like, that's why it's disgusting me. And I know motherfuckers is out here listening talking about, oh, but JC,
you ain't talking about me.
You talking about me, but you used to root for the 49ers, and now you go for the Raiders. Yeah, off of my choice to go for one team to another. Not on the behest to just go and root against the non-motherfucking team. That's disgusting behavior.
Yeah.
That's illogical. That's nasty.
That doesn't make no sense.
You hate a team that damn much that you'll go and put another team's jersey on? Have some fucking class.
Yuck.
That's disgusting. Niggas threw a bag at me and I took it. And I left. Alright? That's where my loyalty, that's where that shit, that's where that disappears,
That's
okay?
kind of nasty.
I changed fandom for livelihood. You traded your fandom for trolling. And now 12 years later, you're trying to get in people's faces when niggas got Polaroids. So you tell me how that makes sense.
I mean, I have an acquaintance I know. Red, if you're listening, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly who I'm talking about. But this person was a hardcore Celtics fan during the Lakers dynasty era. He was a Celtics fan. Was always talking about how great they are and everything and shit, right? After that, I guess some personal stuff happened or whatever. And, you know, I haven't talked to him. I mean, we still talking all that. But then all of a sudden, I'm looking on Instagram and I see him rocking Warriors shit. Say, let's go Warriors. Wait, what? Nigga, I know you, what?
What kind of shit is that?
You are a fucking Celtics fan. So I wonder if he's conflicted. He's using his feelings during this finals. Because it's like, who you going to root for? Because if the Celtics win, you can't celebrate. You have to deal with that L with the Warriors. You can't switch teams now.
First time I fucked with the Warriors, I was a Celtics fan.
Ooh. I have that beat stuck in my head. Doom, 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 doom.
Yeah, niggas is big stepping around who they gonna root for. Me? I ain't picking no damn winner for these damn finals. So I'm gonna tell you why.
Fuck them both?
Well, not only that. If I pick one, the other one, now you rooting against us. Yeah, so we gonna, yeah. And if I root for the other one, we knew you was always on this. Here's a jersey for you, It's a no-win situation.
Okay, well, how many games do you think it's going?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I want Black Jesus to come down immediately.
No, Black Jesus is going to come down and sit courtside and enjoy the game.
I don't think he likes basketball. I think Black Jesus is dressed as Darth Vader. And if he's dressed as Darth Vader, I have my uniform in my closet. And I will put that shit on real quick and I will stand behind him and I will storm into chase. And I will destroy the shit with him. It's just it's disgusting.
Hypothetically, people.
No, I don't mean hypothetically.
You don't care how many games it goes. Okay.
I'm not watching this finals out of pleasure or anything. Basketball ceased to exist when the Heat fucked up and lost Game 7.
Basketball ceased to exist.
The season's over for me. Like, there's no enjoyable.
It's just football season now.
No, there's no enjoyable way to end this season.
You just damn.
Like, niggas try to put an asterisk on our bubble season or whatever.
Yeah.
There's no asterisk on this. There's just pain. They want to crown the champion. It goes Lakers 2020. Motherfuckers want to put an asterisk on it. And then it goes 2021 Bucks. And then 2022. There is no champion. It's just pain. That's all it is, nigga. Pain.
Well, if the Warriors win, they won't be a parade. You won't see them out.
I don't give it. Then the fucking Celtics win.
You could just stay offline.
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm just trying to find some.
Then they have 18 banners and we have 17. And then guess who comes back at us? Racism.
And if the Warriors win, then
then guess who comes back at us? We told you Klay Thompson. Yeah, Klay Thompson's a Lakers kid. Gary Payton Jr.
Take out the foo-foo. Take out the something.
It's like, there's no win.
Damn, I feel bad for you. Well, for me, I think
and it sucks because I like all these players.
I know, that's the other thing.
That's like, this is no reflection on the players themselves. I like all these players. It's the fan bases.
Yeah, he fucking Obi-Wan.
You gotta remember, I hate, this isn't anything new. People think, oh, you're a Lakers fan, you shouldn't dislike the Warriors fan. Fuck your logic. Okay, I've hated Warriors fans since December of 2000 when Kobe and Antoine Jameson traded 51. It had no bearing on the fact that they traded 51. It was the fact that Warriors fans came to school the next day talking about put Bobby Sura in Kobe's place with Shaq and you get the same result. Nah, it's middle fingers up. Fuck y'all. 7-day theory on y'all niggas ever since. 22 years strong. I've hated the Warriors. The Celtics, it just comes with the territory. You root for the Lakers, it's on sight from day one. You inherit that beef. That's how it goes. I don't know about these Lakers fans that grew up in LA, you know what I'm saying? Like that, I don't know how that goes.
Yeah.
But when you're a Lakers fan that grow up in this soil,
Yeah.
you gotta defend your shit every single day.
Yeah. Well, I feel bad for you, son. For me, I just hope it's a good series. I hope I'm entertained.
Because you're a Warriors fan.
I'm not a Warrior fan.
You keep going on fucking Twitter, then that lead ain't safe with the same fucking gif.
Because it's hilarious. It's funny because they fascinate me. They fascinate me about how they just come back. They're a fascinating team. I'm sorry. Because the lead ain't safe.
It's pure evil fan base. Just. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Warriors have a loyal fan base, but they're fucking remedially loyal. Make no fucking sense.
Well, it's football news. John Madden's on the cover of Madden.
Rest in peace, John Madden.
Rest in peace, John Madden.
Oh, before we leave basketball, Lakers got a head coach.
Oh yeah, how do you feel about that?
Darvin Ham, I liked it. That was my pick. People kept saying Mark Jackson, and I was like, fam, Mark Jackson's not gonna survive Pride Night. Like, he's not gonna make it. If you thought it was bad here in Oakland,
no, wait till you go to LA.
You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna make it in LA.
It's Pride Month right now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and salute to all of our
LGBTQ.
Yes, everybody celebrating Pride. Mm-hmm. Celebrate to everybody. Shout out to everybody that's getting ready to celebrate Juneteenth in a couple weeks.
Hell yeah, we freedom!
I just found out my job, they celebrating that. They trying to figure out if that's going to be a national holiday that's getting paid.
Oh,
but we got the day off.
Well, you better.
But what I mean by that is somebody made a joke. They was like, yeah, Mark Jackson, he going to have to fight the urge to go spray holy water in the crowd at halftime. I was like, yeah, that hiring ain't going to work. But Darvin Ham, he's a good fit. Played in the league for 8 years. He was on the Lakers bench at one point as an assistant throughout the year. He was on the Bucks coaching staff when they won the championship last year.
Yeah.
First year coaches are having a good time making the adjustment in the league. Now the half of the NBA is minority coaches. Mm-hmm. It's a good time. I'm not mad at it. They're talking about bringing Russell Westbrook back. Because of the circumstances, I'm not mad at it. Mm-hmm. Because everybody wanted us to give up picks in addition to giving up Russ.
Yeah.
No, not for 1 year. Just bite the bullet on the contract. Do what you got to do. We'll figure it out.
You hear about the that Niner beat writer that got cussed out by the Niner player?
Yeah, that was funny.
Mm-hmm. I forgot his fucking name, but I see him on Twitter a lot, and he always be antagonizing Niner players.
Hey man, I don't know what's going on in San Francisco, but motherfuckers be getting cussed out and getting their ass whooped.
Mm-hmm.
I told you what. We'll get to football, but I told you what goes down with fantasy football, fam.
Yeah. That shit.
You need to partake in this shit. You missing out on good drama.
I saw that shit was hilarious.
You missing out.
So the Giants player, known as Tommy Palm, that's his name. He got slapped by a Padres player for some shit that happened.
Padres or Reds?
It was Reds. Yeah, you're right.
Or was he on the Padres? Now he's on the Reds. I know he's with the Reds, but was he on the Padres at the time of this? Because this shit happened last season.
It happened last season, yeah. And he got, apparently before pregame, because they were like doing the batting, they were like swing arounds or whatever they call it. Batting practice. Old boy ran up on him.
Slapped the
shit out of him. And the dude was like, what the fuck was that about? And then he just like his interview, he was just like, yeah, it just happened during like fantasy football. And what happened? It was fantasy football, and I just beat him, man. He thought I broke the rules, but I wasn't doing the rules. And
oh, brother, let me explain to you what the rules are.
Okay.
Oh yes, because I know what took place.
Okay.
They had some confusion, but this wasn't a broken rule unless the motherfucker This is why you need to have an active commissioner. Motherfuckers need to lay the law down at the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. I lay the law down.
Okay.
But I like my my group to have fun. Once the law gets laid down, we all having fun.
Yeah.
Okay? You need to make sure your IR is very clear. Your injured reserve. So once guys have an O, which is out, they are not eligible to play that week.
Yeah.
Once he has an O next to his fucking name, he is eligible to go on that IR.
Yeah.
There's confusion in some leagues, which is even if he has an O, he does not get to go on the IR. It's only for guys that have IR next to the name, which is injured reserve.
Okay.
Once you place him on IR, that means that you have an empty space to then go to the waiver wire to then put him on the roster while not dropping that player because he has an injured reserve slot. Otherwise, if you can't put him on the IR, you have to make a decision where you don't have to cut the guy with the O, but you have to make a cut to make space on the waiver wire.
Okay, so for
what I'm guessing is that because Homeboy couldn't get Jeff Wilson, because this was over Jeff Wilson. This was over a Niners player.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
My guess is Homeboy that did the slapping, he got caught in multiple buys on his roster, which meant he was fucking struggling. He probably had 4 buys on his roster.
Yeah.
He needed somebody.
Yeah.
Homeboy had the O next to whoever it was and utilized that on his IR and got Jeff Wilson.
Okay.
And it pissed him off. He's like, hey, you can't do that. And he's like, hey, man, I'm well within the rules. Take it up with the commissioner. And he probably laid a quick remark to him.
And it was in a group chat.
And it was in a group chat.
And he said it was because...
And I knew what type of league this was. You were like, oh, it's off principle. And I was like, it's not off principle, bro. This is at least $50,000 in this pot. And immediately, the next day, he says in the first sentence, oh, yeah, it's a lot of money in here. I know how this goes.
Yeah.
I know how this goes. If it's between $1,500 and $10,000, every time I beat your ass in fantasy, you getting put up on that Summer Jam screen.
And he said
anything above $10,000, I'm kicking your ass.
And he put up a GIF because I guess he was making fun of the players for not making the playoffs or some shit.
Yeah.
He said that's what set him off. I was like, yeah, probably. Oh, okay.
Anything over $10,000, you getting your ass kicked physically.
And it was hilarious because he was so calm about it. He was so calm about it, like, it happened.
Yeah.
he knew what it was.
Fantasy football is not a game. This is a $1 billion industry. This $1 billion industry is separate from how much is NFL worth? Is it 9 or 14 billion?
Somewhere around there.
This money is separate from that industry that already creates that revenue. This is a separate industry by itself.
Yeah.
Fantasy sports is big business.
And these baseball players get paid millions.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? $50,000 to them ain't shit. But like you said, principle was involved.
Yeah.
But the principle was off the basis of what that pot was. So if them motherfuckers was just playing for like $3,500, that slap wasn't going to occur. They was just going to be talking shit.
Yeah.
But I knew what that pot was.
Yeah.
So that motherfucker slapped him. I was like, I told my homeboy Shmal, I was like, hey dog, that pot was at least $50,000. Because he walked up and didn't hesitate. He was waiting. He
waited a whole baseball season.
He let that hand stew.
Soon as he saw, oh, we got the Giants on the schedule. Oh, he's still there? Okay. And they said it was a whole group chat. So
that nigga was Anakin Skywalker.
Had the hoodie up and everything, waiting.
Nigga threw him through fire.
Yeah, while we were talking, that scene was on, and I'm like, damn, you fucking Obi-Wan up.
Took all that nigga lunch money.
When we get to football, your Raiders are doing the right thing. They gave Kaepernick a workout.
Gave him a workout.
You know? Really don't mean nothing.
I don't know what that means after that, but, you know, he gave him a workout.
I said flat out, man, if, and I do mean if, the Raiders pull that trigger and sign him, that jersey will be the highest selling jersey in the NFL, period. Yeah, I might get one myself. Just hanging on my wall. Just like, fuck it. Like,
you want to join the dark side?
With the Niners version, too.
But y'all have a dark side.
Nigga.
You saw Vader was whooping his ass.
Yeah, but...
It enticed you.
Yeah, but what happened in the end?
Hey, we ain't talking about the end. We're talking about prime years.
Prime years.
Hey.
You ain't gonna talk about what he...
Hey,
he got
Amazon gonna get outsourced too, nigga. But what we talking about? Amazon Prime.
As soon as he saw his son Oh shit, you my son.
You my son. Hey, guess what? We gonna outthrow. Hey, nigga. We got a plan to operate to get this nigga off the throne.
I'll
and you can run
never
this shit.
join you.
Okay, but we ain't talking about this shit, nigga. We got to get this motherfucker out the throne, nigga.
Search your feelings.
You know it to be true.
And he's like, no, I am your father. I will never forget when I saw that, when I was a kid, when I saw that, my first response was, that nigga lying. That was my first thought.
When he told him search your feelings, I was like, hey, yo, wait a minute, hold on, he telling the truth.
No,
Ain't no nigga gonna say search your feelings. Ain't no nigga say search your feelings. I've been around adults that are in the middle of a domestic dispute. As soon as a motherfucker say something remotely close to search your feelings, it's like, no, hold on.
It to be true.
Wait a minute, he getting in his bag real quick. She getting in her bag real quick.
I remember James L. Jones even said it when they told him to read the line. He said his first thought was, he's lying. And then I remember even towards the end, I was thinking, nah, he lying. And then when he got to Return of the Jedi, and then he was like, yeah, is Vader my father? And Obi-Wan said, and then Yoda said, yeah, he is. I was like, then that's when it hit me. I was like, oh, this thing ain't lying.
You know, that was about to take it to the next step.
What was the next step?
You know who was about to be their uncle?
Who?
Boba Fett.
Where'd you read this at?
That was in the original script.
Oh, wow.
There was in, I don't know if it was in 5 as well, but I know by 6, Vader they were gonna have a confrontation, and both of them were gonna talk, and Vader was gonna reveal to him at that point they were gonna have like a little dispute. And Vader was going to talk to him stern, and he was going to say something in the result like...
That was another thing when you talk about Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan talked about how he got taken away from his family when he was a kid, when he was young.
Yeah.
To go to Jedi, he said that he had a brother. I was like, oh, so you taking a room with them younging? I was like, oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, that's how they do it. That's why I was saying Anakin was way too old.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take them motherfuckers when they babies.
Yeah, he's like, I remember my mom and dad, but nothing else. I was like, yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, they teach them to be emotionless and soulless. So man, fuck them Jedi, man.
I want to fucked y'all up. Y'all didn't see them coming. I mean, you could have. Palpatine
was chose politics.
Yeah.
Palpatine over here saying, search your feelings. Use your feelings. Now cut them niggas. Do it.
No, but when Vader said that, I did not believe that nigga. I was like, I thought he was lying.
Nah, I knew he was telling the truth.
I knew he was telling the truth.
Nigga cut his hand off and said, I'm your father.
Hey, I mean, come on. This is the same guy who choked out his own wife and then looked at Obi-Wan and said, you made me do this.
Yeah. Man, think about it, though. He could have sliced this nigga's torso, but he cut his hand off just as a warning. And that was another thing I missed, too. Leia out here running around, doing some reckless shit throughout this series. It makes the beginning of episode 4 even more prolific and make all the more sense now. Rogue One happened. You understand why Vader is pissed.
Yeah.
It makes all the more sense now the way he speaks to her the way he does. That's the first time a grown-ass adult spoke to her the way it does. It's even more poetic that it's her father that does it to her.
You're part of the Rebel Alliance, and
I'm tired of dealing with your shit, little girl.
Take her away.
Get your ass in your room. I'm tired of this shit. You keep fucking with me, or I get my belt, and I'm gonna fuck you up.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take it away. This bitch ass got me fucked up. Well, how come he didn't...
You keep fucking with me, I'm gonna choke you like I did your mama.
I'm gonna choke you like I did your mama.
And I'm gonna tell Obi-Wan, you made me do it.
I'm gonna tell your friend Obi-Wan, you made me do it. You turned her against me. Why did he say it like that?
You have done that yourself.
Why did George Lucas just say, and cut?
Beautiful.
Want me to say that again? No, that's great.
Smashing. It's beautiful.
You turned her against me. I'm gonna watch that last scene again. Oh man, that battle. I wonder how this battle's gonna be. Like the final, I guess.
Man,
round 2.
I have a feeling, but I'm not gonna say it. I'll tell it to you after when we get off air. I'm just not gonna say it live. I have a feeling how that's gonna take place. I just knew Obi-Wan was gonna get his ass whooped, and I loved it. You need to smack right. I'm sorry, he's collateral damage. I know. I still have love for Obi-Wan, but he needed to get served. He had to.
Been 10 years, and
he had to.
Yeah, he got to learn.
It is what it is.
Yeah, anything else we need to say before we wrap up?
Yeah, Nick Saban, you fucked up.
You done fucked up. You done that yourself.
Nick Saban went after Jimbo Fisher. Not knowing Jimbo Fisher was like, well, bring your fucking ass on then. I cut you, your mama, your daddy, your wife, your sister, your brother, your whole fucking organization. I beat you, you motherfucker. I know where your bodies is at, bitch. Don't make me come over there. Mm-hmm. And then he ran up and brought Deion Sanders, and Deion Sanders was like, I mean, I know how the game's being played, but what the fuck you trying to say about us and our how we do business over here? We HBCU. We ain't on your radar. So what you trying to say about these black kids? And that got a lot of people's attention when Nick Saban did that shit. Because it was, so you don't have a problem when you was pitching money under the table, which we all know they was doing. These powerhouse, Power 5 schools. Ain't nobody stupid.
Yeah.
But when Deion Sanders, who's able to relate to these kids and is able to recruit a top 1 or top 2 kid that, you know, looks up to Deion and wants to be around Deion and is an environment that he never thought was, you know, possible to pull in 60 to 70,000 people that look just like him, is in a positive environment. Now all of a sudden it's a problem.
You feel me?
And by the way, NIL is still not illegal. The schools don't pay the kids. Name, image, and likeness is just for them to make money and profit off their name, image, and likeness. But he said it in a way where he made it sound like it was illegal. And a lot of recruits heard that and was like, well, wait, why do you have a problem with us making a name? Mm-hmm. You're not cutting the check. Mm-hmm. So what's the problem? Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people heard that. He fucked up. He fucked up.
You done fucked up, Nick Saban, man.
He fucked up.
You done fucked up, Nick.
It's going to be real interesting because it wasn't a problem when he called out Jimbo Fisher. But it was a problem when you called out somebody that has prestige and ain't even on y'all radar. Because what are you worried about? Y'all ain't playing Jackson State. HBCU ain't in your way to get to the playoffs. So what's the problem? What you afraid of?
Getting beat.
But again, HBCU ain't in Division 1. It's not on the radar. So what are you afraid of?
Racism.
Yeah.
That's what it is. From Alabama. Shit.
More reports coming out about that YSL, man. It's looking wild, man. That's all I'm saying.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap, man. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, because Gunner got denied bail. And they said, oh, no, he wasn't just wearing a chain. He in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Damn.
Gunner said he wanted bail. Judge said, nah, I'm pushing prison.
Hey.
I don't mean to crack a joke about that because I don't like young black brothers being behind the bars. But damn, man.
Damn. And, dude, he just had the #1 album this year.
He beat Weeknd.
He beat Weeknd. He had a #1 album. He was gonna have a great year. Now he's pretty much behind bars
till what, January next year?
That's when his next hearing. That's what his next hearing is.
Yeah.
Man, if he's gonna be behind bars, that means Young Thug is done. Because
who they got again? I don't touch topics. I don't touch topics that, you know. I enjoy being a civilian. So there's topics that I just don't like going near. But I will say the informant that they got seems like he was YSL. It seems like he got information. I'm just leave it at that.
Damn. That's a damn shame.
I will leave it at that.
Anyway, next. Or are you just gonna leave it? That's what we're gonna leave off at.
Joe Budden interviewed Isaiah Rashad. That was a good interview. I liked it. I saw a lot of people complaining.
Of course.
Joe Budden shouldn't have been the person. Joe Budden just jumped right in and just asked him the question. No, he didn't. When Joe Budden asked him the question about what he identified with, that was at minute 27. The interview lasted almost an hour.
And you know niggas don't watch all interviews. They see the clips and they go with it. Right. And then they go with narratives and they start projecting themselves.
Joe Budden asked him how he was doing with his mental health. Joe Budden asked him how he was doing with his family. Joe Budden asked him how he was doing with his career. Joe Budden asked him...
he asked any TDE questions?
Yeah, he asked him how Top and Punch were doing with the situation. Asked him how he was doing with his family. Didn't know that he was a father of 3. So asked him how he was doing with his kids and how the situation might affect his kids.
So it was a really insightful interview.
By the time they got to that, they were cracking jokes about it because Isaiah Rashad was actually the first one to crack a joke.
He's like, pause. Oh,
No,
I
that
saw
was-
clip.
no.
I saw the clip. From
Well,
that
yeah,
part.
that joke was at the end of the interview. Literally at the end. The jokes that they were cracking were actually funny as fuck because Isaiah was engaging with Joe and cracking jokes.
That's what I don't get about the internet or just Twitter in
They
general.
made it seem like Joe was picking on him and like trying to like bully him into laughing. No, Isaiah Rashad was cracking jokes with him. He was engaging with jokes.
You know, niggas don't like doing stuff. They see clips and they go with it, and then they fucking project their own insecurities on it. And
Yeah, and then Joe at one point made it. He's like, you know, I didn't watch the footage, you know, when it came out because it's none of my business. Then when you told me you wanted to do the interview, I was like, well, I gotta be informed, so I watched the footage. And then Isaiah was like, hey, you wild, bro.
yeah, what the hell? Yeah, I know it's Pride Month, but you went out the way to look for it.
And then he's like, Joe's like, so I was watching. He goes, oh, this nigga he's just in his bag. It's just normal shit. He goes, that's whatever. Like, okay, whatever. And then they didn't like get into what he was doing, but it was just, you know, like an icebreaker type shit. And he goes, yeah. And then what they really started laughing off of, he was like, Isaiah, do you not realize who the fuck you are? Like, how did this footage get leaked from your phone? He goes, oh, it wasn't in my phone. He goes, do you not believe in NDAs, nigga? Like, he goes, yeah, I just be forgetting who I am. Like, I know that's where I fucked up. I know. Like, that's what their conversation was. He wasn't, like, picking on him. He was, you know, what he was picking on him about the fact was, hey, nigga, you're a celebrity. That's what he was picking on him about.
Talk to him.
He didn't pick on him on his sexuality. He picked on him on the fact that,
Yeah,
hey, nigga, you know who the fuck you is?
Yeah, Joe was the only person that could talk to him because that's his fucking peer.
Yeah.
Because, again, as I keep saying, regardless of how I feel about Joe Budden, he's still a rapper at heart. He still has that, what's it called? The blood in him.
The DNA.
The DNA. And he knows how to talk to these rappers because that was him. That's how he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Like, only when it comes to music shit, I listen to him because he knows what rappers are thinking because that's how he used to think. When he catches subliminals, he's a rapper. He speaks the code. He speaks their language. It's like, and I like that. I really do. That's why it's very insightful because rappers don't do that shit.
No.
So, Royce used to have a great great podcast with him and Lupe, but then shit got too damn serious off that.
Yeah. Lupe about to drop an album, too.
Oh, yeah.
On same day as Chris Brown. It's not going to do the same numbers, obviously, but I'm kind of interested in what Lupe got.
Yeah, he was dropping facts the other day saying he was going to do a Superstar remix that was going to feature Chris Martin. And he wanted Eminem on there.
Yeah.
But M said no. And I was thinking about why he would say no. And I was like, Superstar? Like, that was the cool 2006? Oh, yeah. That was well within M's drug binge.
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't in the right mind for him to rap. So, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
So.
And I enjoyed that interview for what it was. It was good. Mm-hmm. I have finished and completed HBO viewing. Winning Time.
Oh.
I finished that a while ago. I should have mentioned it on the last pod, but we're talking on too much. So, Winning Time, phenomenal. Can't wait for season 2. It was great how they finished that one.
Oh, I watched Stranger Things, the new season of it.
I saw a lot of people were conflicted.
I know because they took 2 years, but they split it. They split the seasons into 2 parts because the first 7 episodes, that's volume 1, and the last 2 episodes, volume 2. But the reason why
they did Power.
Well, I guess you could say that because the episodes are literally like an hour 15 minutes.
Well, I heard they did it like a movie.
Yeah, because don't you go the longest episode, like episode 7, that shit was like 90 minutes.
Yeah, I heard they made it into a movie.
And then season 2, volume 2, the last episode 9 is gonna be 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, why people upset about that? You get a movie. Shut the fuck up.
Literally, I'm like, oh, that's dope. July 1st, I'm like, oh, for sure.
Yeah, I heard people were conflicted about that and Ozark.
People didn't like the ending of Ozark.
Yeah,
I can see why folks didn't like that ending. I liked it, but you should watch Ozark.
I finished that.
Oh, what about the Godfather shit?
It's still going.
Oh, okay.
And then I finished We Own the City.
Oh yeah, I'm about to.
I did not know. So the ignorance in me. I did not know it was authentically based on a true story.
I remember I saw that on the fucking.
Like I thought they were referencing true life events. But I did not know that this was legitimately based on a true story. And if I did, it literally came and went because of all the shit that was going down, you know, back to back to back. Because around this time, this was when Trump went into office. Some other shit was going down. You know, it was like somebody would be murdered by the police one day, then it would go to another city.
2016 or 2017 or whatever.
Well, it's not centered around Freddie Gray, but he gets referenced a lot because this is around the police corruption.
Oh shit! Oh yeah. I remember seeing like the plot for it.
Yeah. So it's not centered around Freddie Gray, but how they investigate it is kind of around Freddie Gray. Not because of Freddie Gray, but just in terms of what happens as a result of Freddie Gray. It kind of opens up a can of worms.
Oof.
But I just didn't remember it. It kind of like came and went. I just remember Baltimore. So it's like, oh shit, that's right. This did happen. It ended off like, again, it's not The Wire. So people going into it thinking it's going to be some Wire type shit. It's not. But they ended that shit off pretty good.
That's good.
It's really well acted.
I need to watch Better Call Saul. They were saying that's the final season. They said they're really hitting it out the park.
Yeah.
And then it makes you want to go back and rewatch Breaking Bad and shit.
Right.
I'm like, oh shit.
And then, of course, people had mixed emotions about Atlanta, how it ended.
I mean, I just look at it as a continuation into season 4. So, season 4. So, I didn't have conflict. After everything that was going on that season, I was just like, okay, I see what you're doing.
Well, I told motherfuckers, don't count those one-off episodes. It's gonna tie in. It's gonna tie in at the end.
And it
just
did.
Keep watching.
They had that post-credit scene.
Keep watching.
The
it's going to tie in.
Episode focused on what's her name? Van.
Yeah, it's Van's episode. Oh well, just leave her alone. Like she's out here living her best life. She's living her best life. Nope, she wasn't.
She was not.
She was not living her best life. She was trying to escape. She was depressed.
Super depressed.
I threw out a theory because people were theorizing she had cancer. She didn't have cancer, but she was far from living her best life.
She was depressed.
And it was a callback from that was her friend from when they went to go to the Drake party.
Yeah, I remember her. Yeah. I knew exactly who that was when I saw her.
And if you notice, they
wasn't that the same chick at the dinner table in season 1?
No.
Okay.
But if you notice, they did how they did the 3 friends. They did the 3 friends like they were Ern, Al, and
yeah, I
Darius.
saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Because one of the friends is actually Darius's baby mom.
Yeah, like the Lakeith
Stanfield,
baby mama. Yep. Yeah, that was it was wild. Them eating hands and shit.
Yeah, they actually do that shit.
Really?
When she said he calls me such and such, and they were about to beat her up, and they ended up beating dude in the car.
Yeah.
Tess, whatever the name is, and in the description, it's wow, that Tess person is really alive. That's a real person. They really do that shit. That's cannibalism.
Obviously.
That shit really goes on.
Ugh, I guess.
Yeah.
And pissing on him in the end, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, okay, when are they gonna stop? And that's when he goes, oh, stop! And I was like, yep, right on time.
And then there was a post-credit scene where they're back. I guess they're back home. He's in the office. Yeah, he's looking more clean and everything. He gets a package from somebody. He doesn't know who it was. And he goes through it. See the Deftones shirts. He's like, oh, shit. Puts it over his shirt. And he's going through it. Sees a package of pills. And then there's a picture. And then, Ern just kind of gets up and walks off. And then the camera just slowly pans in. And you see a white boy with his whole family. But then when it zooms in onto the white boy, the music starts getting very slow down, distorted. You see it's the white Ern from the previous episodes, from the side episodes or whatever. The one that was in the dream, the one that was in the, the one who offed himself. It was that, and it kind of just goes black. And it was funny because after I watched that shit, it was kind of creepy the way they filmed it. And right when it went black, my power went out in my house, and I was like, "Oh, nope." Yeah,
it's Easter egg references.
I saw the Paperboy. Yeah, it's Paperboy. I saw.
Oh no, I'm just talking about that scene.
What was the references in that scene?
What's the group's name again?
Deftones.
Tone deaf. So everybody that was in those one-offs, they were tone deaf.
They were tone deaf.
Racism.
Yeah.
And then so Ern and that Ern, they have the same name, Ern Marks.
Yeah.
So now Ern has the bag.
Mm-hmm. And in that episode, in the side episode,
but you understand what I'm saying now.
Ern has the bag, and the money.
Earn has the bag, figuratively, literally, like Earn has the bag.
Yeah,
because of what it was said in
the reparations episode. He said that he lost his bag.
No, yeah, but in even going back to the very first episode of the show, of the series, Earn couldn't keep up with any money. He couldn't have anything.
Oh yeah,
and how life is like a pendulum, and how it's all about swinging one way, and it's how white people think that black people we feel sorry for them, but really it's supposed to be the other way because pendulum swings one way, and now things are swinging in Earn's direction.
Yeah. I remember, like, Donald Glover's brother did an interview, and he said flat out they originally were going to start exactly where season 2 left off at, and they're like, no, like, fuck that shit. And they did what they're doing. Yeah. Now I hope in season 4, I hope we stay more focused on the main characters and shit, and see where everything leads into and shit, with a little mix of weird shit.
And they do the weird shit. I honestly don't care.
Just land it. Just land it on a very good thing.
I don't even give a fuck. Just produce what you want to produce. Man. I honestly don't care. I enjoyed season 3. I
enjoyed it too.
So I genuinely don't give a fuck.
I said flat out.
What you want to do?
I said flat out because that episode dropped the same day. Like, I was just saying that Kendrick and Donald Glover gave the people what they needed, but it may not be what they wanted.
Oh, I disagree.
Why do you say
that? They
didn't
give the people what they needed. They gave the people exactly what the fuck they wanted to do. They didn't give the people what they needed.
I mean, it's a play on words from Kanye, from Yeezus.
But no, I wholeheartedly disagree. They didn't give the people what they needed. They gave them exactly what the fuck they wanted to do. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do as a creator. It ain't about what the fuck you need. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, that's what, like, pretty much what Kanye. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
And if you got a problem with it, you go become a creator then.
Exactly.
That's what I took away from that. If you got a problem with this, you go create. That's what the description kept saying. The description kept hinting at that. That shit kept saying, yo, why you keep messing with this shit? Why they keep being fake woke? Why they keep doing this and that? They kept hinting at that shit. It's like, fam, if you don't like this shit, just go create your own shit.
The description was representing us. Yeah. That's what yeah. Great show. Also a great show was motherfucking just Obi-Wan, nigga. Like, that is by far the best Star Wars series out right now. Period.
The Wire turns 20 this year.
Oh shit. You gonna do your rewatch? I mean, you always do it.
I always do.
I know you always do it, but
I might start early because these finals don't exist to me. Rest in peace to Ray Liotta.
Yeah, man. That was wild. 76 years old, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was 76.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Shit was crazy.
Died in his sleep. And yeah, one of the greatest fucking gangster actors with Goodfellas and all that shit.
Yeah.
Goodfellas a classic.
Absolutely.
Yeah. On that note,
you see if there's anything else.
Yeah, make sure before I say it.
Martin is having a reunion special. They're scheduling. They're going to do it in the same way that Fresh Prince had theirs. They're going to get together. There's going to be a segment where they do a tribute to Tommy Ford, who played Tommy. But I think it's going to be the first time.
It's going to be on BET and Trisha Campbell.
Tisha Campbell are going to be on camera together.
Oh, no, they've been on camera together.
No, in terms of on set.
On set at the same time, yeah.
Since season 4.
Man, that was season 5. That was such... People said that season is so awkward.
Yeah.
It really is.
Salute to Rihanna. ASAP. I don't know if we said that last time.
We didn't because we didn't care. But now, I guess, yeah.
Well, no, because I don't think she had the baby.
Oh, yeah, she didn't have the baby yet.
Yeah, so salute to Rihanna, ASAP Rocky.
Had
healthy baby boy. I don't know what's going on in the world of negativity. I stayed away from it. I was actually kind of upset that I allowed it to get to me in Kevin Samuel's segment last episode. I know the joke was I was just joking. But I was kind of upset I allowed it to get to me.
Oh, yeah.
But I did see a lot of shit take place where I was like, I'm not even going to engage in it. But I'm going to point it out because people need to heal themselves. Bronny's prom pics.
Oh, that shit.
Saw a lot of grown-ass women trying to claim a 17-year-old.
Because he got
You need to heal yourself because he is not for you. Simone B. speaking on Martin Luther King. You need to heal yourself.
And fix your eyebrows.
Because, yeah.
That was weird.
And your argument, that could have been snapped like Thanos real quick because it was based off of emotion.
Yeah.
It made no sense at all.
She's weird.
It just made no sense. But speaking down on his legacy, when it's still conflicting because Miss Coretta had said, nah, the FBI made that shit up. So
now she's just making up shit. Oh, she's just misinformed.
And I want to point out something real quick. Because on one end, I'm not agreeing with, like, if it's not in place, if you don't have an agreement with your significant other in partnership, and if you're cheating, whatever, fine.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, like, okay, we can agree with that. Cool. That's not exclusive to making you bad as an employee. That was a stupid argument.
It really was.
If you cheat on me, you're horrible in every facet of your life. No, that's not how that works.
No, that's
not how that works.
That sounds like projection.
If you cheat on me, you're a horrible CEO. No, because the point of being a CEO does not mean. The bottom line is if you generate $60 million for us as a company, you're a great fucking CEO. End of story.
She's a weirdo, man.
You gotta heal yourself. Please heal yourself.
Please.
And I saw people pissed off at Chris Brown for congratulating Rihanna on giving birth to a healthy baby boy. You gotta heal yourself.
Why do they project their feelings on these celebrities, man?
You gotta heal yourselves. You gotta remember, Rihanna congratulated Chris when he announced that he had healthy babies.
Yeah, she sure did. And then they had the same reaction to Rihanna. Why did you do that?
You gotta heal yourselves. And again, I gotta take accountability for myself on, even though it was a joke, I didn't like how it sounded when I played it back last week.
You gotta heal yourself.
So I gotta look inward at myself. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take it out of my character. It was a joke, but I didn't like how I presented the joke.
And also the whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard shit. That shit came out today. I personally do not care about it, but there was a lot of projecting on the timeline of after the verdict. Y'all gotta heal yourselves.
Oh, but I'm glad he got that money. I'm glad he got that motherfucking money.
Hey. Niggas get abused too.
They do. You gotta listen.
And she literally said on tape, because Johnny Depp recorded her, say, "Go ahead and tell everyone in the world that you got abused by a woman, and see who's gonna believe you."
Yeah, look, man, believe victims.
No matter what race, no matter what gender, no matter what
race, no matter what gender, no matter what sexual preference. Believe victims.
When they say something's going on, you should believe them. If a man said that he's getting abused by his girlfriend and wife, but he's staying together for the kids and he doesn't want to hit her back or whatever, believe him.
And I say this, believe victims, but also listen to the stories too. Because if them stories ain't adding up, you can't be afraid to just wholeheartedly go ahead and believe.
I've read that she's shit in his bed.
Man, they was coming up with stories.
They were saying that she shit in his bed.
Oh, no, what I'm saying is the stories that was coming out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
because I remember when...
Nasty work.
Yeah, I remember when that shit came out about Johnny Depp, and that was during the whole Me Too shit. Everyone had her back and everything, and then Johnny Depp started saying, no, she was abusing me. I don't know what it is. I'm not taking no sides of it.
No, you can take a side. She's on record of being a horrible person. Saying I didn't even slap you that hard. You're being a baby. You can't tell somebody that you harmed.
Saying that on tape.
Like, no, you can pick a side in that. Yeah, you can definitely pick a side.
And what's
there.
even crazier is that when the verdict came out, people were saying like, "Oh, this is such a bad precedent for women."
Yeah, it is a bad precedent.
Not women, but it's like for other victims of that shit, because now they're gonna have guys that say that shit.
Well, yeah, keep your hands to yourself and stop talking down on people, because there's also a thing as verbal abuse. Maybe you should check yourself from within. It's, physical and verbal abuse isn't just coming from a man. Yeah, there's many instances where that comes from women.
And I've seen it for myself where women will start talking like a man, get in the dude's face, and then when the dude reacts with that same energy, then they start crying and say, "Why did you hit me?" Now, I'm not saying I do that, but I see it. And the whole Johnny Depp shit, like I said, I didn't follow the case, so I'm not gonna go. But the stuff that I've seen and the shit that I heard and the shit that she did, I was like, oh, that's pretty nasty. Yeah.
Her attorneys were like fucking
mice and
trash. And mazes. Like were walking into traps themselves. They kept trying to get, one of them kept trying to get Johnny Depp to like, oh, so you were drinking, you were an alcoholic. And he just like looked at him and was like, you were there? Shut that shit right down. You was there?
Yeah.
He had nothing to say. Yeah, all right,
whole
bye.
bunch of projection. Heal yourself.
Yeah, you gotta heal yourselves. And down to sports, making some moves.
Yeah, Kanye.
They went and got Aaron Donald and Jaylen Brown. That does enough for to add some prestige because you just went and got a Super Bowl winner and you went and just got a player that is now in the NBA Finals.
Good for Kanye.
Even though I hope that the rapture takes place, that does not change history. History is being made. You must recognize history.
Yeah.
Even though I want the world to end.
Shout out to them.
Exactly. Big moves. Big moves. And that's all I got.
And on that note, this is episode 265 of the most consistent podcast of the year every year. iLLogical stands. You could follow me on Twitter. Shout out to Mr. Fab. You can follow me, Mr. Busby, at Mr. Busby 4 lowercase 08 on Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter at TLogicalSP. You can always follow us on the Instagram at TheLogicalSense, and of course on that Facebook.
Give me a hell yeah!
And on all social media, you can follow me at JC.
No,
Don't ask me about basketball. It's over, man. I don't got nothing for you.
He's a Sith.
I play, talking about 2K, talking to me about this Obi-Wan shit. I'm here to talk. I'm tell you about talk Star Wars, man.
Star Wars, nigga.
Talk about Obi-Wan getting his ass kicked. I'm talking about Darth Vader putting the fear of Palpatine in that man's eyes.
The feel of Skywalker, the feel of Anakin. Nigga, that's Anakin, nigga.
No, that's Sith God.
Sith God, Sith Lord. Address me with 4 letters.
Yeah.
I am the Sith man. I'm the Sith Lord. Oh man, Anakin. What have I done? Why did he say it like that?
What have I done, nigga? Not enough. Burn, nigga.
Anyway,
You're gonna sound like Eminem now. Burn, bitch, burn!
Now bleed, bitch, bleed!
I ain't bleed. Burn, bitch, burn!
Burn, bitch, burn! Rock and Roll Hall of Famer right there.
Burn, Kenobi, burn!
Oh, God. Ben.
You don't know him as Ben.
Oh, yeah, I know, but how did he come up with Ben? Oh, it's probably his alias.
Yeah, they come up on the fly.
That's his alias, because, they gotta make up shit.
Yeah, you just had to think of something. He's post-traumatic stress.
Ben.
Ben.
Anyway,
I've been kicking your ass since then.
I've been kicking your ass. Should've took the high ground. Anyway, we out. Peace.
Peace.